Yo, 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 once again, we're back. This is With Just Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I'm Mike.
Of course, it's Do Work Media Sundays. I got my boy Drew Money on the boards.
How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, feeling
good, man. Outside feel amazing, man.
Yeah, nice little 60-something degrees.
Fall is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it.
My dog had a birthday this past
You
Friday.
know
Happy
what
birthday,
I'm
my nigga.
Yeah,
More life.
Big up.
Good looks. Had a good weekend.
What you did?
I'm really impressed to go out. You know where we at with what's going on around here. So I'm really impressed to go out. So I just was kicking it. Getting loaded. You know how y'all do, man.
My dog had some good drink.
Good drink, good smoke.
What you was sipping on?
Good pack. A little Hennessy.
You love that hen.
Yeah, I did the hen dog.
People be saying hen trash, man.
I don't follow those types of people up, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking Hennessy since I was 17 years old, man. I had no problems with Hennessy, man. I was drinking Hennessy when it was considered cheap. You know what I'm saying? So, I got no problem with Hennessy. Saturday I did those,
Oh, so you was on your whole shit when I was sipping on a Cristal. Y'all thought that was beer and shit.
Yeah, I thought it was beer and shit. Cristal. You know what I'm saying? So, Saturday I did the little tequila thing. Not serious. This was chilling.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And my dog had a good one.
You know what I'm saying? How was y'all weekend though?
It was pretty good, man. Went to Magnolia's yesterday for the first time. It was pretty good.
That's downtown? That's down here?
Yeah, that's downtown. That's right down the street from Fleet Landing. Like literally right down the street.
Okay, I know you're talking about. How was it?
It was pretty good. They chicken was real good. They macaroni and cheese might be the best I done had.
Out of Charleston restaurant?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All
You know
right.
I'm a mac and cheese connoisseur.
Yeah.
That shit was good as fuck.
They smashing rarebit mac and cheese?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's heavy now,
That shit
Drew.
good. That shit
Drew,
good as
you
fuck.
Yeah, I hear that shit.
All right.
Y'all ain't never been to Magnolia?
Nigga thinking what that
You ever
mac
had the
and
mac and
cheese?
cheese from there?
Nah.
That shit
Never
good
had
as
the mac and
fuck.
cheese. But
I'm
now
thinking
It might not be smacking, but it's about 2 tiers above.
Right. Oh, 2 tiers.
Yeah. Not like the big margin tiers,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like notches.
Yeah,
I'll say
right there,
notches.
it's right there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that rarebit mac and cheese right now, boy. Make it hungry.
That shit good as fuck.
But yeah.
We're gonna get into first, and we had a lot of shit happen over the last couple
we
weeks, man.
We missed last week, but we here.
You want to start off first? You got some new music, of course. We had Tory Lanez drop. We had Savage Mode 2 drop. Who you want to cover first?
Man, that Savage Mode 2 is something else, bro.
That shit was fire.
Because I didn't listen to it when you texted us. You was like, that shit got no skills. So I was like, if Mike saying this shit got no skills, this shit, you know how I mean it. Like,
Shit
what
fire,
I'm
though.
just
That
saying.
shit
Like,
fire.
no, that shit fire.
That shit
bro.
fire.
Like,
Shout out to Morgan Freeman for doing his thing on the
Word,
skits
bro.
wise. Like
another notch on the legendary career, man.
that
You know what I'm
intro
saying?
was crazy.
Yeah.
Just the way he was talking on that shit, and the beats was crazy. I like the artwork, like giving that Big Thomas type feel.
But did you see Metro Boomin? He tweeted that the people who did the artwork were the original people that did all of the artwork. The Pen and Pixel people.
Okay.
They did all of No Limit and
No Limit and Big Thomas.
Yeah, they got like a short documentary on YouTube. I think it's on the Vice channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Pen and Pixel behind the graphics, and it was showing how they got down with Master P and No Limit. I mean, and Cash Money and all of them, and he was doing all of those like outlandish, album covers from the '90s and shit like that. So that was dope how they got them to do that. So I think Metro was saying they pulled them out of retirement because I don't think they do it no more. But they
Legendary artwork.
Yeah. So
Legendary artwork.
That Savage Mode 2 is hard, bro. I can't front. I think this is an album that I've been waiting for from Savage for a while because the first Savage Mode was cool.
Yeah, that was like 2016.
The Issa album was cool, but it wasn't what I wanted from him to follow up Savage Mode.
Well, Warning was fire too, though.
Yeah,
With him Offset.
No, I like that album.
Yeah,
I like that album.
shit fire too.
But I'm saying like as far as his solo projects,
Yeah.
this is what I wanted from the Issa album. The Issa album was cool though, but this is it right here.
So
like,
how you feel about Who I Was, Who I Am?
I fuck with that shit.
Oh, okay.
I like all the album hard, bro.
Yeah, I fuck with that shit.
The album
And I
hard.
wasn't a 21 fan at first because of his voice.
Yeah.
And so then when I started listening to him, I'm like, man, I can get with it. Now I never give in on West Side Gun. Ever. Ever.
Was that Conway or Westside that dropped something this weekend?
West Side.
Okay. So
I don't see how niggas sit through a West Side Gun album, dog. I really don't. I don't see how they do it. He's a great rapper. Not taking nothing away, but I can't sit through his albums. I can't do it.
Hey man, my boy Tune is Team West Side Gun.
You
man.
a West Side Gun fan, Drew? Oh, Tune is.
Man, Tune is Griselda Records to the core.
Oh
though,
yeah,
like,
he is. He
You know what I'm
is.
saying? That's Griselda Records' very own. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only chalking that up to Benny.
Shout out Benny too, man. I fuck with Benny, man. But who else dropped music wise? We said Savage.
Bryson Tiller dropped.
Was that an album?
No, it was an album.
How was that?
It was mediocre.
Damn.
He got one track on there that's crazy. Timeless Interlude. That shit fire. But other than that, it was just like,
So the best song on the album is an interlude.
yeah. But it don't really feel like an interlude though, because it's like 3-4 minutes.
All right.
Yeah. But that shit was fire. Everything else was kind of. And then the song that I told you about, we talked about last time, the one that had the Not Gonna Cry sample.
Yeah.
That song was on there. That was pretty good. Other than that, it's just like,
It's mid.
yeah, it's not topping Trap Soul. Somebody say he waited 6 years just to turn the other way. You look at the album covers.
Hey man, I don't really know what to say about Bryson, man. Like, you know, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know what more. Giveon dropped the album. That was pretty good. Well, an EP. To be correct, he got a fire track with a Snow Allegra called Last Time.
Mhm.
It's 4 tracks, but it's pretty good though. It's real good.
I feel like we missing somebody, man. Somebody dropped some music.
Outside of that,
That was about it. No, you right. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
I mean, Savage Mode. I think he's projected to sell like 200 first week.
That's good.
That's real good
That's
for
really-
this
yeah.
era, for this time.
Cause niggas dropping 80K at the most, 100K at the most,
Yeah, 110, 120.
110. Yeah, depending on who you is.
Yeah, depending on
I know
who you
Uzi got like what when Uzi
What
dropped.
did he do? He did crazy too, didn't he?
I think Uzi almost did 200K if I'm not mistaken.
I think he did 250.
Yeah, that shit crazy. This year been long as hell. When we really think about it, like,
think so? It been cruising to me.
cause
September's already over, dog. You already know my thing, though. It's
Yeah,
September.
September
That
been-
was-
yeah.
That's it. 2 more months. We in the fourth quarter.
About
That was
over
it.
with, man.
I think Savage Mode 2 gonna ride for a long time though. Like he might own this month with that album. That shit was just put together so perfectly, man. Like them niggas really. I could tell they took their time with that shit.
See, I have no problem
wasn't
with
rushed.
niggas taking their time when they deliver like that. Now, if you take time and you take all this extended break and all this other shit, and
You,
know,
give me some mediocre.
yeah, you
work.
come back with some mid. I'm
What
like,
was you
bro,
doing?
what was you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who oversaw all this? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Many Men was so fire.
Yeah,
That rich nigga shit with Thug, fire. Mr. Right Now, fire. People
no,
was giving,
Thug went off on that song.
Yeah,
Thug
he
went
did.
off on that. Yeah,
He did. You know, of course, everybody was talking about Drake's verse when he was talking about SZA. I thought it was just a play on words, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was nothing too major for people to be deep diving about, but I don't know. They found out her birthday and everything. It was like, oh, she was 18, shit like that. So, I don't know. When I heard the line, I thought it was just a nice play on words. But, yeah, I don't know. Then, what other song was... what else I like? Oh, Running, right after the intro. That shit fire. That's probably my favorite track. That and Rich Nigga Shit. I want to know who he had talking on that skit, though, for Rich Nigga Shit. The girl talking at the beginning.
mm-hmm.
I was thinking Suki at first. I was like, nah, that don't sound like her.
Yo,
That sound
Suki,
like some shit she would say.
Suki be on Twitter wilding, bro. Like,
Somebody said she looked like Ving Rhames. I was like, hey, man. I can't let see that shit now. Holiday Heart Ving Rhames?
not even gonna lie, that's probably the laugh of my whole weekend. Like when I saw that tweet, I was like, "Hold on, dog," because like you know when you know how you see somebody, you be like, "Dog, this nigga look like somebody," but I just cannot put my finger on it. So when I
Facts.
finally saw that shit, I was like, "Damn, damn, that's who that's who it was this whole time. Fucking Ving Rhames.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man. Hey, all right. I'm not gonna go no further, but yeah, like, yeah. But she be on the timeline wilding, bro.
Of course, that's her mo.
That OnlyFans page must be good money, bro.
You know, cause she got her dude doing it with her, so like, you know, ain't no telling what other adventures he got going on. So, but it's like a slew of that shit going on. Like, you know, Tiger got fucking OnlyFans now.
Yeah, I see Tiger got OnlyFans. Boosie been running the OnlyFans since they shut down his Instagram.
Wow.
He took the trap over to OnlyFans. I see Sauce Walker got an OnlyFans. Like a few artists on that tip, bro. Like where they got they women that put their content up on there and they just kind of middleman it or whatever. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, 'cause he started all this. These rappers venturing into porn.
Snoop started that?
You remember Snoop Dogg had the doggy style porn?
I don't remember
It
that.
was the tape. It had like
What year was that?
Man, this is like 2000. Like,
Nah, I must say I ain't heard about that. I ain't hear
word,
about that.
bro. Like that hit the streets kind of crazy, dog. I remember that shit, dog. Like it was like the videos, and then like he bounced back. It's kind of like he hosting like a TRL, and it's like he got like the girls chilling with him and shit. Like, well, I can't say Snoop though. Of course, we know Luke started all this shit, but Snoop was like the first rapper that I seen like doing that shit. So.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
OnlyFans isn't just for porno. Like that shit is also for like people to be engaged with people.
Content.
Yeah, that wasn't what OnlyFans was even like
Created for. Right?
Yeah, like I think like the person that makes the most money on OnlyFans doesn't do anything related to porn.
I think it was a trainer, a gym trainer.
Yeah, it's like a gym trainer or some shit like that. People got cooking lessons and shit on there. Like
Makes sense.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. But I get it. Like that's. I saw some shit where this dude was reviewing this girl's OnlyFans, and he was like, man, I would never buy this girl OnlyFans again. You know, she got like snippets of videos, and then when you click on the video, it's a link to buy the whole video, and it's like that's not what I bought your OnlyFans for. And I'm like, damn, like they really getting off like that. Like they'll put like a 12-second clip on there. And then it'd be like, to purchase this video is like 40 bean or something like that. And it's like, nigga, I already pay you $20 a month. So what am I here for? Like they got it to where you gotta pay to message some of them and all. It is what it is. I respect it, man. Get it how you get it.
It is what it is. I ain't mad at it. A lot of people be doing that shit with like Safari and his girl got one. Erica Mena. And we'll be doing that shit together, so I guess people got to get their bread, get extra streams of income.
What was Love and Hip Hop for if you still got to do porn?
I don't know. I guess everybody ain't getting the same amount of money.
But that's Safari, though, and Erica she an OG cast member.
Is she really?
Erica been on there since, like, what, 2013? 2014? She been on there with Rich now.
Yeah, she might have been for real. Yeah, you right. Now that I think about it. Damn, that was 7 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. She been on there, like.
She at least got to be getting $1 million from
word, bro. Because I know Rich been on there.
But they say he wasn't coming back unless he was getting $1 million. He got it. So, and he was one of the original ones too. So yeah, you're right. Interesting to see. I feel like we missing somebody else though as far as music. I think that was about it.
I think that was it, honestly.
Let me see. We already talked about NBA YoungBoy. He dropped.
I think we did.
Brent dropped a single, but he didn't drop an album. That was pretty fire. Dead Man Walking. I don't know if we talked
like
about
that.
that.
No, I like that song. That song's hard.
Yeah.
Did you like YoungBoy album?
Yeah, I liked it. Todd, that was good. That was real good. I know he just got arrested too, where he got out for shooting a music video with guns or something like that.
Oh, yeah. They came down on him for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta be careful out here, man. I just saw yesterday the baby had a video shoot with Charlotte, and that shit got shot up, man. Mm-hmm. So hopefully everybody okay. That was a lot of rounds going off too. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I think he had some kids out there.
Yeah, like it was kids and females and shit out there, man. Like, you know, it was like a little car show type setup.
Mm-hmm. They had the smoke.
Yeah, that shit ended up getting shot up, man. So hopefully everybody,
damn,
you know.
Yeah, man.
That's just crazy, man.
Hopefully everybody good, man. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, man. You gotta talk about the elephant in the room, man. So you didn't listen to the album, right?
No, I didn't.
Why you didn't listen to the album?
I don't listen to him for one, so it's like, why just jump on a trend just because he might be talking about her? Like it wasn't.
So you never really was a Tory.
I never
Lanez
really
fan.
was a Tory fan, so it's like
Okay.
you know, I get all my Tory updates from y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like you know, I wasn't gonna just listen to it just for the sake of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I feel you. I listened to the album, man, and at first. I was thinking to myself, man, this nigga might have really did that shit when I was listening to this album. But then I sat back and I thought about it, and just like always, I always think about the friend in the situation. And then people let me tell you, because I'm also talking about digital streaming platforms with this shit too. I'm gonna tie all this shit in together. So when I've been seeing the commentary, like people talking about this shit, like I've seen a lot of people talk about the album, but saying it was a diss album.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a diss album. Like from front to back, all he's saying is he didn't do it, and you know, hopefully, like shit can work out between him and Meg. Now, musically wise, the shit sound good. Like, ain't really no drop off from his last project. Ain't really no drop off from Chick 65. And you know, a lot of people was like, because when initially he put the tweet out, I thought the nigga was going live. When he first put it out, he's like, you know, I got time, this and the third. And then a few hours passed, I'm like, man. I came across the tweet again on the timeline. I said, man, this shit say PSC. I said, man, this nigga's dropping a song or he dropping an album. Then like 5 minutes before he was like, everything I need to say, said it on this. I said, yeah. I knew this nigga was going to drop a fucking song on the album. Now, when he put out the artwork, I thought it was just going to be a song, but this nigga put out a whole 17-track shit. But basically, that's what it is. It's basically just him explaining the whole situation, people trying to frame him. Meg know what really happened. And that was really about it. He wasn't dissing her at all. Like, I know I was watching an interview with like Hot 97 like with Ebro and them. And these niggas killing this nigga, but like they playing Say It in the background. You see what I'm saying? Like they playing his like original single, like in the like his first big single in the background, and they talking about the album as if like they didn't listen to it. Cause I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like the nigga wasn't disrespectful at all. Like he wasn't saying fuck her and you know, making fun of the fact that she got shot and it was none of that shit like how they portraying. Like I know a lot of people, they probably heard like clips through like blog sites or the Shade Room or some shit like that, but it's way more to it than the clips that they've been posting and shit like that. Of course, everybody was on the J.R. Smith bars and shit like that. When J.R. Smith got some bars, he was definitely going at a lot of people. He was going at Maul. Honestly though, man, after I look, like this shit is really like a bad Power episode, man. This shit really is like a bad Power episode, like
season 3.
All right, so you remember the last time? No, not season 3, season 6.
4, season 6. Okay.
So you remember the last time we talked about when she finally came out, and you know everybody pretty much was like, you know what, you know it's all said and done. Like you know she confirmed it, this, that, and the third. But you remember 2 weeks after it happened, and I was still asking like, you know, like. Remember, no, it was a week after when we had your cousin on and we was talking. I'm like, well, why is this nigga not arrested? And it's like, more and more I think about this shit, man, I don't think that nigga did it, man.
So who did it?
I still think it was a struggle over the gun. That's what I said the first time, and that's what I'm sticking with. Because it's too much shit done passed by and just too much shit to question. It's like at the end of the day, like, you can believe Megan all you want, and this is where we're gonna have a real conversation. You really got to separate the emotions. So you can believe Megan all you want, but that doesn't mean that he did it. The timing does look bad because we're going through a whole bunch of things. You know, it's protect the women movement, this and the third. I see a lot of people bringing up Breonna Taylor, but I feel like that's a lazy point to use because that's not that situation. Like that was an isolated situation. Right. We have video footage of police killing us on camera. We don't have video footage of what happened in this situation. So I'm looking at it and I'm sitting back and I'm like, damn, like I can understand why a lot of people would gear towards a black woman in this situation to believe her. And that's all true and well. But even before she came out on her Instagram Live the last time, a lot of people still had questions. It wasn't until that she came out on live and everybody was like, okay, like, fuck him, this and the third. He a piece of shit. He did it, da-da-da-da. But it's just like, if you really was on the jury right now and you was presenting this case, could you honestly say that he did it?
There's no like substantial proof that says he did it.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I want to know.
There is proof that he had the gun. The gun was the gun his, or
I mean, he just got booked for gun possession.
He just got booked for gun possession.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and he got a court date for that next week.
Now I don't know how a jury would play that, but being that someone,
I think that'd be some probation type shit,
right? But considering somebody did get shot, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure how.
He hasn't been charged for that. So this is where people really got to sit back and analyze this shit. So you got booked for gun possession in California. We all know California, New York, Illinois, they all have some of the strictest gun laws. Somebody was hurt. Allegedly, you shot somebody. And like I said, a week after, he still hasn't been arrested. We're 2 months removed. You know what I'm saying? We talking about July, August, September, October. We going down in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? And he still hasn't been arrested. Why is that? You had 2 witnesses in the car. One of them be your best friend. Your best friend don't fuck with you no more. She unfollowed you. Y'all unfollowed each other. She's been liking subliminal shit. She's been saying, I'm going to come out with my truth soon. Even Tory, when he was in the comments, he was like, when people was running, and I'm going to just ask you, like, hypothetically speaking, right? So, if I know another woman was in the car, right, and they have some type of friction, whatever, right, and people are running with this narrative that, she did it. Now, if I know I did that shit, would I come out and defend her and say that she didn't do it? Knowing that she might have known that I did that shit? Or if I really felt like, what reason would I have to defend her if I really knew that I did that shit? Would you do that?
Hold on, repeat that question now. I'm trying to
people was running with a narrative that she shot her, right?
That Kelsey shot her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tory Lanez hopped in the comments like, nah, that didn't happen. She didn't do it.
Okay.
So if I know that I did that shit, why would I come out and defend her? Like, what reason would I have to defend her? Like, if you really trying to get off, I would just assume that you wouldn't say shit. You would let people think whatever the fuck that they want to think.
Right. But that still leaves somebody to pull the trigger. So who pulled the trigger?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know. That's all I'm saying. So I was looking at an interview also. Before I get into that, all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you have him, the security, her, and Meg. Now, if you want to believe Meg, I'm not saying people can't believe Meg. You could believe Meg all you want. All I'm saying, it doesn't make it true. Everybody's saying that he shot her except the police. The DA does not need Megan to charge him. Now, for a conviction, maybe going through court process and this and the third, testimony and shit like that. Yes. But don't give me this, he's not in jail because I protected him. That's not true. We've seen too many situations of females damn near begging police officers not to take their man to jail, not put him in jail. Remember Tony Farmer, the basketball player? Mm-hmm. Remember when he went to jail for beating his girlfriend? His girlfriend was on the stand like, please don't put him in jail. Like, he just didn't tell. I remember that. So you can't use that. Everybody's saying that he shot her except for the DA, for the police. It's a reason. You mean to tell me that somebody got shot in California, a female at that, one of the most prestigious black females at that in the music business, and you not at least charged for assault with a deadly weapon? That has to be a big red flag for people. Now I'm saying it's easy to say, oh, fuck him, he did that, this and that. Let me ask this. So this situation was reversed, right? And Tory said Meg shot me, and Meg is moving how she's moving. Would people say fuck Meg?
Oh no. No. Well, Mike.
I'm being real, and people can dislike whatever I'm saying on this podcast. I'm being real. No. People can dislike what I'm saying on this podcast, but I always keep it 100% on this bitch. All I'm asking is, if this situation was reversed, would people be saying fuck Meg? Oh, we don't want to hear her side. Would people be saying that?
No. We
talking about a nigga life. Care how you want to feel about Tory Lanez.
Right.
If you don't like him, you don't like him for whatever reasons. You don't give a. We talking about a nigga's life here. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you can't have that weigh in a court of law. He's not going to court for none of this shit. He's going to court for gun possession. So I'm just asking, had this shit been reversed, would it be carried the same way? I highly doubt people would be saying, oh, don't stream WAP.
I mean, we know how it goes when it's reversed though. When it's a man on the side, on the end of violence at the hands of a woman. Like we just saw Earl Thomas. He was assaulted with a pistol. No gun, no shots were let off. But we saw how that was celebrated. You know what I'm saying? But I got more. But go ahead. No, the floor is yours. I'm just interjecting real quick. You got it.
So when I look at this situation, it's just like, granted, she was hurt in the situation, but I believe something else happened that led to her being shot. And the only theory that I could come up with is that it was somehow a struggle over the gun. Like I said, the first time we covered this shit.
So all right.
Anything could have happened. Now, if it was him who pulled it, then he's a sucker nigga. You see what I'm saying? He's a fuck nigga. If he pulled the gun out on her, she tried to wrestle it from him and went off because you should never did that. There could be a situation where she pulled it. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not far-fetched. Like, people want to think that somehow this shit did not happen. And if I see the tide kind of turning, I feel like the scale is getting a little bit more even as far as the support for him and the support for her. Like, before the album was pretty much, fuck him. We ain't dealing with him. He did it, this and the third. Everybody on the radio stations, like Ebro, Charlamagne, give him Donkey of the Day, this and the third. And everybody was asking, like, okay. Like, I saw an interview with him 3 days ago with him on Vlad TV, and Vlad asked him, like, why did you give him Donkey of the Day? And he was just like, shot her. He was like, why you think that? Because she said it? And he pretty much was like, yeah. So I can pose this question to Charlamagne. So we should believe the woman who said you raped her, right? Because she said it? I can say that, right? I'm just asking here. I'm being real. This is not to say Charlamagne did it. This is not to say Charlamagne did it. I'm asking real questions.
I get where you coming from, Mike.
Right?
No, go ahead. Keep going, bro.
So I'm just saying, like, I feel like a lot of the shit that he's going through is because people don't like him. Feel how you want to feel about him. But at the end of the day, there's nothing that says that he did this shit. Only that she said. It's his word versus hers. And I don't care what nobody say. No female's best friend is not going to vouch for her in that situation. That's why I'm always taking it back to her. She has been quiet throughout this whole situation.
Yeah,
this whole situation. Your best friend.
Even the security guard has said something like that was in the car. Like
your best friend. Your best friend has said she has not vouched for you at all. All she said was, I didn't do it. Nothing about, this nigga shot my best friend. She hasn't spoken up. She hasn't even spoken up on your well-being. I'm speaking facts here. These are no opinions that I'm spewing right now. These are all facts. She has not spoke up on your behalf at all. So now I'm looking at this situation. How can I honestly sit back and say that this nigga did it? People want to say it's distasteful. You can dislike how he did it, but at the end of the day, he's an artist. What do we praise artists for? We praise them for putting out their life through their music, right? He chose to do it that way. He's lost money probably throughout the situation, like he said on this album. How can I be mad at a nigga for getting his money back through his real job and his craft? I can't be mad at that.
He definitely lost some deals.
You see what I'm saying? We just being real. How can you honestly sit back and say that he did it? You really got to sit back and analyze the situation for what it is. Just calling a spade a spade. Now, if he did it, fuck him. You a coward, this, that, and the third. He had a lot of people voiceovers on the intro, too. Talking about, like, how he's a fuck nigga, this, that, and the third. All that shit. All that. He had it all on there now. He had a lot of... And the way that he's moving right now doesn't look like a nigga that's guilty. Now, DSPs. Because I got a lot of shit to unpack with this. So, the fact that this nigga Tory is... And I'm going to bring up another artist that we don't really talk about on here that's going to shock a lot of people. So, DSPs are somehow moving as if, Tory Lanez is guilty in this whole situation, right? So, I noticed, like, when his album dropped, like, you literally had to go search for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't under new music. It wasn't under the new music playlist and none of that shit, right? And I just found it odd. I'm like, these niggas choosing to stand on some more high ground. Like, I got Apple Music. Same could be said for Spotify because a lot of people got Spotify. I think he's spoken up on Spotify too. Now, the nigga wasn't lying when he said he put it on all platforms because that bitch really is on Dat Piff. You know what I'm saying? It's on Dat Piff, SoundCloud. It's definitely on every streaming platform. But I'm just talking about as far as a promotion aspect and doing the standard shit. So anytime an artist drops, whatever genre it may be, they are automatically under the new music tab for that. That plays into how somebody's album could be streamed sales wise, all that shit. A rap list that they always drop every Friday. They have a couple of tracks. He's not on none of this shit, right? Now remember, he has not been charged for anything as far as like assault, any of that shit, just gun possession. So I sit back and I'm like, damn, like DSPs, y'all moving like that? Like y'all choosing to stand on the more high ground when it comes to this? I'm like, okay, cool. But it's a contradiction. Now, Kodak Black, right? Kodak Black dropped Painted Pictures 2017. Mm-hmm. He was indicted for sexual assault later that year, right? Mm-hmm. Next year, he drops an album. You see what I'm saying? I can't remember, but it had the lead track on there, ZZ. Mm-hmm. Now, Kodak Black still was on all these platforms. He was always under new music when he dropped. He was always on playlisting when dropped. We're talking about, this is not to say that Kodak Black is guilty because I know he's in jail for other shit. Has nothing to do with pertain. I'm just saying he was in. I think that case is still open, matter of fact, right?
Yeah, I think that case has already been handled, if I'm not mistaken. But I hear what you're saying.
So even at the time when he went up to the radio station, he talked to Ebro about it. Ebro was getting on him, but he was like, I can't talk on it because it's an open case. Right. But he was still getting radio play. He was still on all these platforms. I'm like, damn, like y'all didn't have this energy for Kodak. Another artist I'm gonna bring up, 6ix9ine. Now when 6ix9ine was popping and doing all this shit out here, really, really killing in the 17 going to 18. He had an underage girl on his head case, right?
Right.
God, I think, what did he just get? He got probation for that or something like that?
And he admitted to it, and he got probation or some shit like that.
Now, we saw 6ix9ine everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. Everywhere. Every time he dropped, top of the new music, new single. You could go to just the rap homepage. You see the rainbow hair color kid. So now I look at the other day. I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I see the 6ix9ine video, and he was like, yo, we just dropped, and, I'm kind of disappointed, man, because it's like, I don't mind losing, but, just give me a fair shake. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you listen to this podcast, we don't really talk about 6ix9ine. It's not because of who he is. I don't like the nigga music personally. I ain't got nothing against him personally. The nigga do what he do, this, that, and the third. And I'm thinking like, damn, like he really does have a point. Because it's like, y'all standing on street codes now? So because he ratted on some people, which people do every day, cooperating, are you a DSP that just puts out entertainment and music, or are you standing on some street codes now? This goes to Spotify, Apple Music. I'm just asking. You see what I'm saying? So because he told on some people now, you're not putting him on the standard shit when it comes to music? That's where you draw the line. You draw the line at him ratting on some people. But when he had this underage girl case on his head, it was all good. He was still getting all this radio play. Mm-hmm. He was still getting all these streams. He was still getting promoted. He was still getting all these shows. But because he ratted on some people now, he's not getting none of that. Y'all draw the line at that. You see the inconsistency here?
Yeah, I see it.
Album music. You have 10 playlists for R. Kelly. 10. Maybe more. We all know what he's done. So, like, it's a lot of picking and choosing when it comes to, like, what do y'all really stand on? That's why I could truly believe, like, Tory Lanez is getting blackballed within this whole shit. And he hasn't even been charged. These other niggas have been charged.
How do you feel about certain artists publicly disowning him? Like, I see JoJo, she said she removed him from his songs.
I don't have a problem with it. Okay. But be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they probably don't work with other artists who have done anything. They have every right to remove Tory Lanez because they believe Megan. That's fine. All I'm saying is like, look at the inconsistencies here. And I'm more so speaking to digital streaming platforms. Whatever artists choose to do with Tory Lanez and their music, that's their right to do so. I can't speak to them on how they do that. What I'm talking about right now is just the digital streaming platforms. Right. So I could truly believe it's like, damn, yeah, this nigga's really getting blackballed. He hasn't been convicted of anything. And it's a nasty way to move. It's really a nasty way to move. And when you look at it, feel how you want to feel about him in a situation, but you really have to sit back and analyze the facts. And the fact remains is that he has not been charged with anything. You could believe that he did it all day. But and that's why I go back and I ask people, how can you really sit back when everything that's been presented to you and how her best friend's been moving, how can you literally sit back and say that he really did this shit?
Right.
All because she said he did it? anybody can say somebody did something all day, but I'm not talking about a situation like, of course, somebody, you know, I shoot somebody, they could say the police did it, they could come get me automatically, no questions asked, but they didn't do that with him. Why? The DA has the gun. They have hospital records. They have her on Instagram Live saying Tory Lanez did it. That's enough to go to Miami and pick this nigga up.
They also got her saying that she don't really know who did it because her back was turned.
True indeed, but all they need for her is to say Tory Lanez shot me, and that's what she said. They still didn't go get this nigga. Everything has to be up in the air at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has to be up in the air. So I'm sitting there like, damn, like how can you just blackball a nigga and not even at least put him under new music or at least put him under the new playlist for something he hasn't even been charged for, but you passed the buck for the other shit. A big rap star at that at the time, 6ix9ine. For all the shit that he had going on, but you draw the line at him ratting on some people?
Right.
That's not to defend him or anything like that. I'm calling a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm. Because if it was really...
What do you stand on, DSPs?
Right. Because
what do you stand on?
He shouldn't have got the pass for the underage girl shit.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He spoke on that, how it went down, wherever the case may be. It was nasty. And if you was going to be on that type of time at that time, it should have been carried the same way.
Right, I agree.
But y'all saying on some street codes now? To me, what it look like? Why else is he not getting? That could be the only reason why. It ain't because of that. As soon as he touched down, he got out. Nobody was playing his music on the radio and all because he a rat. He cooperated. It's just funny to me. If y'all moving like that, then cool. Y'all moving like that. It's just funny to me.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I think with 6ix9ine, I think it's a combination of shit. But you right though. As far as like the DSPs, you know, picking and choosing what they want to stand on, that's a painfully obvious. How you say? It's a painfully obvious thing to notice. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know. So now, you know what I'm saying. Now shit's a problem now. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. This is like a lot of people. I believe Tory when he said, you know, Rock Nation called him and threatened him to not make no statements. I 100% believe that. I believe that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I don't see why they wouldn't. They inserted themselves when Meg had her 1501 contract situation. And this is way more serious than that.
So he said that Rock Nation, and he says within the album.
Yeah.
He says Rock Nation contacted him.
Threatening him not to make no statements.
Threatened him to not say anything.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like what was going on.
This whole situation, yeah. Mm-hmm. I believe that was on Sorry I Had to Do It. The track Sorry I Had to Do It. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Just saying, it's a lot of things that people really got to sit back and analyze and think about. Which is emotions aside. Emotions aside.
What do they have in telling him or threatening him to not say anything?
That's the question. Why would they do that, Mo? I'm asking questions. These are all questions. You don't have to have the answers. Because these questions that I'm asking are supposed to make you stop and think about the outcome of the situation. These questions that I'm asking are supposed to make you stop and think. Like, damn, like, okay. Now you make a good point. Like, I can't honestly say that this nigga did it. If it does, hypothetically speaking, right? Another question. Hypothetically speaking. If it never comes out that he did this shit, right? Mm-hmm. How do you treat him going forward?
It's at this point, it's court of public opinion. At this point, and it's been like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially like how you say, you know, because we've all had our own like off-air conversation about this, and like you know the lack of consistency. You know, but I feel like how you say, like, you know what, you know, the climate of everything that's going on right now, you know, everything, you know, especially like how you say with Breonna Taylor, unfortunate situation, how she probably won't receive justice. You know, it's
bad timing.
It's a weird time right now. So
it's like, easy to really pin it on him. Like,
it's low hanging fruit, like with the Breonna Taylor. I get what you're saying, because that's kind of.
It heightens the sensitivity.
Like,
yeah, it does.
Because it's like it's a play on emotions. Because it's like, you know, we do want Breonna Taylor to get her justice, and we do, you know, believe that, black women should be protected and loved.
100%.
You know, 100%, 1,000,000%. And then it's like, you know, to insert that into a situation that had nothing to do, like, you know, this. We
have no footage on.
This wasn't a, you know, a shady warrant situation. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So to insert that into this type of dynamic is kind of.
But you see how people can easily attach it to, right?
I get it, because the times that we in right now, like, you know, we got people, we actually seen people get shot on camera. We actually, you know, so of course, like when it come out, Meg shot, we like, damn, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already dealing with this shit. So it's like, damn, like, you know, this another black woman is shot, and it's like, you know, we getting all of the truths and inconsistencies from the law with Breonna and Jacob and all these countless others that we seen, you know. But, you know, I say all this to say, like, we gotta stop blending situations, man. Like, everything is situational. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand.
And like I said, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
And, you know, you got people from her camp saying stuff. Now you got people from Tory camp saying, I think one of his producers was like, when it comes out that he's innocent, my price is going up. You got somebody else saying that, when the truth come out that he innocent, or y'all gonna cancel. So it's defense on both sides. It's defense on both sides. In court of public opinion, one side feels like they're telling the truth. In court of public opinion.
Right.
You still have some of Tory's fans who supporting him, this, that, and the third, you know, still listening to his shit. And honestly, like, when I sit back and I think about it, it's just like, I can't truthfully say that this nigga did the shit. That's why I'm using all these other examples as far as the DSPs. It's like, you know, even with Charlamagne giving him donkey of the day, like, that's a real lazy point to do. That, like, that's irresponsible in my opinion. Because that's the case, then you got to carry it the same way for everybody. So in the court of public opinion, you should be looked at as a rapist. Not saying that he did it. I'm just rolling with consistencies here, right?
Right.
All because she said that you did that to her. That could be easily used against you for people to say, no, man, this woman said that you did this. I can't give you this deal right now. Well, I can't really promote you right now. And these are serious accusations. This is not to say that he's guilty.
Like you said, this is people's lives.
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. This is not to say that these dudes are guilty. Even with Kodak Black with his situation, not to say that he's guilty.
I was really vocal about that too, because I actually read those court, you know, the statements, and I was like, this shit don't look right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said that on here. You know what I'm saying? I said this don't look right. And then, you know, like, more facts came out, you know, about that case. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and me siding with Kodak, that has nothing to do with, you know, not believing victims. You know what I'm saying? Or not. But, you know, you got to go off facts. You know what I'm saying? The facts that were presented in that case didn't align with what her initial, you know, claims were. So you got to go off, you know, like you say, it's hard for people to remove emotions because a lot of people weren't really brought up to think rational in the moment of things.
Of course, understandable,
but
we're 2 months removed from this situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, too much time has passed for y'all not to ask
what's really going on here.
Yeah. Like, that's all I'm saying. It's just, it's too much to be, it's nothing tied together. We seen too many situations of artists at that being locked up for the same situation. Shine shot a gun in the club, hit somebody, went to jail automatically. Snoop, same thing. With the court.
Remy Ma, same thing.
Remy Ma, Plaxico Burress.
C Murder.
Lil Wayne. He had a gun possession in New York. This time, you see what I'm saying? Like, how is this nigga not locked up? With a victim involved. Somebody was hurt. I'm not getting into all the deep diving with the bullet wounds and this, that, and the third. I know her producer was saying something about they ran ballistics. He's lying. There's no way they ran ballistics with no gun to match the bullets, because if that was the case, he would already be locked up. I see a lot of people trying to play mini lawyer on Twitter and all this other shit when it comes to this ballistic shit. That's not true.
But on the flip side, even people saying, like, I've seen it both ways. Like, people will call you a mini lawyer.
They can call me that.
No, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen it, like, because it's like, you got people who play lawyer for her, and then you got people who, I'm not even going to say play lawyer. You got people who speak up for her. You got people who and they use whatever facts they feel that they can use. You got people who speak on the other side, and they use whatever facts they use. And it's like, all of a sudden, it's like,
people can listen to this and think that I hate black women based off of me. They feel like I'm defending him. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's not the case. Like,
no, I know that, but I'm saying people can look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like at the end of the day, it's like the DA don't need who cooperation just to charge a nigga with assault with a deadly weapon. We seen too many.
Because I remember
we seen too many cases of you shot one of the most premier black females in rap right now, allegedly, and you're not arrested for it.
Because I remember, like, when all this shit first happened, I'm like, well, because when she first had the first Instagram, she was like, she didn't want to potentially get him shot and all this other shit. And I'm like, well, for all this carrying on, like, you should have just complied that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I said this, and I wasn't saying, fuck Meg or none of this other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't saying none of this. I'm just saying, like, well, we see it kind of, to me, in my opinion, it set a bad example for young girls that look up to her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, this man shot you. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't like a minor scuffle or altercation. Nothing. Like, this is an actual gun wound that you have now. You saying you had to have? Didn't you say she had to have surgery to remove all of this shit from her foot and all? So
yeah,
I'm
she
like,
had fragments removed.
So I'm like, all right, like, I'm just going off how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taught, like, yo, you out here, you hitting women, you deserve to go to jail. You out here, you doing this, you deserve 100%. To go to jail. So it's like, when I see this, I'm like, I'm just saying, like, she should have just complied. Like, and like you say, like, it's easy to put, like, the Breonna Taylor, and it's easy to put, like, we see black men getting shot by police and all this other shit, but it's like, that's kind of the easy way out, like, to say that, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't want him to get shot and all this other shit, but it's like, it's different because he shot you.
And he spoke on that too, actually.
Oh, he did?
He said, if you feel like I put you in danger, you would have told the cops.
And that's like I say, like, I don't subscribe to Tory Lanez or nothing, but like, it's just interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand, how, if he did this, then why didn't you immediately say something? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and she said for her reason why, she said because she was scared. It's black people with a gun in the car and this and the third. Cool, whatever the case may be. Past that point, there's still a crime involved. So, you telling me a DA in L.A., police in L.A. are still not going to investigate it? They have everything they need. That's the facts that really matter the most at the end of the day. It's not like they don't have the shit that they need. They have the gun. They have her hospital records. They have her on live saying that he did it. Those are 3 things. That's more than enough. Most of the time when we seen rappers go to jail, ain't nobody had to say they did the shit. All they had was a gun on them. They fired the shit, and nigga, you going to jail. He didn't go to jail for this shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, he has not been charged. So how do you carry a nigga going forward when he's not even charged for this shit? He's going to jail. He's going to court for gun possession, not for shooting somebody. So how do you treat him going forward? Now, if you want to treat him like I say, at the end of the day, people want to believe that he did it. That's fine. I'm not saying people you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm just posing the questions here and presenting the facts of the whole situation.
Right.
And going forward, are you going to carry somebody else like that? Like I say, on the flip side of reverse, we've seen, women laugh at that situation.
Hey man, Jay-Z got beat up in an elevator, and that still get tripped off to this day. That was what, almost 10 years ago, right? That was what, 2013?
No, it was 14.
14? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, had that situation been reversed, it would have been a completely different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I get it. Like,
and it's not just men who looking at this funny too. Nah,
no, it's a lot of women.
There's some women looking at this situation kind of funny too. Like, I don't know. Like, I love Meg, but I can't really believe her right now.
I converse with a few females. I've seen a few females, publicly, speak on this.
I seen one under my Twitter post.
I've seen a few. I mean, like I said, I converse with a few offline, and it's a lot of them who kind of, not really buying her story all the way because the best friend. It's the lack of the best friend.
She's the key to all of this.
You know what I'm saying?
She's the key to all of this.
In my opinion, if there was an injustice done to her, of course I do want her to get her justice, her proper justice. Mm-hmm. But also on the flip side, we got to be consistent here. And like I always say this, time and time again, like we do see, the law be manipulated against people, and I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? So. Mm-hmm. If that was the case here, or if that was the attempt, I gotta be consistent and say, they wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, like and whenever
she's downplayed certain scenarios too. Like somebody DM'd her. I saw a DM pop up on Twitter, and somebody was like, "Oh, they saying that there was a struggle over the gun between you and Meg, and Tory came and broke." And she was like, "Nah, that's not true. That's not what happened." She's like, "I'm not worried about it, but thank you though." It's the third. But at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, what I think happened is what I said when this first shit happened. That there was a struggle over the gun. It goes off because it was a clear ricochet off something that made it hit her foot. But the way this nigga is moving, to me, it doesn't look like a nigga that did that shit. That's just my opinion on it. And I could be wrong. I'll get back on the podcast and say, hey, fuck him if he did it. And I ain't got no problem with that. I'm just looking at it from what I've been presented with this whole situation. It's
too much shit up in the air, man.
It's too much shit in the air to be questioned.
I wouldn't argue that. It's a lot of shit in the air.
A lot of shit. It's just a lot of shit to be questioned. And it's just like, I just sit back and I look at a lot of these people speaking on the situation, just like, it's like, damn, did y'all really listen to, like, how you speaking on something that y'all talking about monetizing? He trying to monetize off this woman's pain. I mean, what are y'all talking about the situation? You getting paid for it. You playing this nigga music in the background while you talking about the situation.
Man, now listen, man, and I don't
be educated. Be educated on the topic if you gonna talk about it. If you want to talk about the nigga album, make sure you listen to the nigga album.
I can't really
give a fair assessment on it.
I can't really argue the monetization of anything especially from my people, because I've been disappointed in seeing a whole, and like I said, we don't. I'm not trying to use Breonna Taylor's name again in vain or not, but they have a whole Breonna Taylor con or whatever.
Who has that?
It was like a Breonna, like a Comic Con, or they did a whole.
Where was this at?
This was I want to say July. It was like a weekend. Like they was I just don't understand this shit, man. Like, how do we monitor? Like, I've seen countless hats and shirts, just making money on this young lady's name. Mm-hmm. Then it's it's easy to say, well, her family's been paid and all this other shit, but it's morally, y'all know that shit not right. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm gonna just be honest, on some real shit, y'all know that shit not right. Like, where's this money going at? Because there's no Breonna Taylor foundations or nothing like that y'all can donate, portion of proceeds to.
That sounds nasty.
It's just, y'all know that shit not right, man. Yeah. Y'all know that shit's not right.
Did you even see the shirt that said it's the Breonna Taylor for me?
Yeah, we see this shit all the time, and it's
people apologizing to Breonna Taylor on shirts and shit like that. To me, it's getting out of hand.
It's been out of hand,
and it feels. It don't feel genuine.
No, it's been out of hand, and y'all know this shit not right, man. Y'all know that shit not right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, did you see also Meg's SNL last night?
I didn't.
So I saw the clip. She played Malcolm X in the beginning, and then she spoke about protecting black men and black women, and then she went into her performance. Mm-hmm. But everybody was talking about how she had Malcolm X playing, how the most disrespected person in America is the black woman, this, that, and the third, and all that. So. Like I say, with the Tory Lanez and Meg shit, I feel like we'll never find out the truth with this situation. And if it does come out, to me, it feel like the friend holds the key to all this shit. You see what I'm saying? But I just find it odd with too many things that I've been seeing, especially with the fact that him defending her. I just don't. I feel like if a nigga really did that shit, he wouldn't have no need to really defend her in that situation. If he felt like, if he really did that shit. Because like, well, shit, if people really thinking that, then shit, fuck them. Let them believe it. Let this shit play out in court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that's just how I look at this situation. A lot of people are getting on Kelsey about, oh, you ain't saying nothing. Well, hold on now. I thought it was, you can't rush people traumas and shit like that. You can't rush people processing how they address things.
Shit. So
is it only for her? Is it only for men?
At the end of the day, she still lost a very important friendship to her. Like, you don't know what she going through. Like, them boys, they've been cool since before all of this shit. Like,
the only thing I would get on Kelsey about is if she finally talk and it's on some love triangle bullshit. Because if that's the case, then you could have just saved that. If it was because you wasn't speaking because you felt some type of way.
I feel like she was still. Still holds the key too now, depending on how it went down.
Yeah, but I'm saying if that's her only points when she talks, then that's kind of weak because it's like you could have saved that. You got to let that go. If the only reason why you ain't speak is because you felt some type of way about what they did, that ain't got nothing to do with this nigga shooting your friend. That should be first. You should be speaking out on that only, not on some lover's quarrel. You see what I'm saying? Right. But for me, in my opinion, I feel like she's quiet because that she has not defended anything that she said, and that's your best friend.
Right.
We're not talking about some random. And people are trying to downplay that aspect. That's very important. You see what I'm saying? Like, me and you in the whip, and God forbid my girl shoot me or something like that, and you don't speak up on my behalf, not even on my well-being, people would look at it like, damn, Mo and Mike is like brothers. This nigga quiet. Why he not saying nothing?
Right.
People gonna question that shit, right? Am I right or wrong?
No, for real.
It's gonna look funny in the light. So to me, she's the number one key in this whole component, in this whole shit for me. So every time I think about it, and I just be like, well, damn, I just always take it back to Kelsey. Like, she ain't saying nothing. She ain't speak up on her best friend behalf. Like, your friend got shot, and you haven't said nothing to defend her. People are threatening you. Like, people being nasty in her comments. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Like, they going at her crazy. I'm like, damn, like, hold on. What happened to protecting black women?
She's still very affected by the situation as well.
You got this one girl talking about how, oh, you forgot when you came to my house and said that Tory shot her, and we had voicemails of him saying that he didn't. Come on. Where was that 2 months ago? Where was that 2 months ago? Now all of a sudden there's voicemails and text messages. We've been hearing that for the last month and a half, 2 months. You telling me, and I'm just saying, if you did have that, TMZ don't mind cutting checks.
Right.
That's your friend at that. You could have easily, not even to get no bread. I'm just saying, people do worse for less. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
You talking about your friend that got shot. So you got all these voicemails, these text messages, and they're not leaked. We would have been seeing this shit, man.
That's what I've been saying as well, because they saying this whole, like, just going back to the whole, like, her, Meg just not speaking on everything, and it's like, well, bro, like, at the end of the day, you're a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, like, to try to implement, like, this pseudo street code, like, I just don't understand it. Like, now all of a sudden, we keeping our mouths closed, but you don't abide by that code. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody in that car was street niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, like, this shit, it sends a bad message, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas gotta stop this whole, like, fake straddling the fence shit, man. Like, nobody in that car is street niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it's witnesses in the car.
It's witnesses, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a black woman that got shot here. You know, there should have been the truth should have been reviewed in this shit, man.
That's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, if she was messing around, with him, and on top of that, she shot your friend, what reason would Kelsey had to defend this nigga? What reason? You already done fucked my best friend. I ain't know about it. And he talked about that on the album too. You see what I'm saying? Like, he broke down that whole situation. Like, he was very detailed about their dealings. Like, very detailed about their dealings. Them flying back and forth to see each other. Her lying to her friend about what they had going on. Foe running up to the car when he pulled up to her house. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's very detailed about this shit on the album, dog. And I'm saying, like, what reason would she have to defend him on top of that? Well, damn, and he was fucking with her first. So not only did you mess around with my friend, you shot my friend. That would be more. She would be more warranted to go against this nigga, but she hasn't. Why? It ain't because she getting paid. Sure, she ain't get paid for nothing. She said that months ago. People started saying that now. I'm like, man, she been said she ain't get paid. Then on top of that, Rock Nation is calling him, threatening him not to make no statements. Why? Why Rock Nation? Why? Why y'all calling him threatening not to make no statements?
This is Hove.
I'm gonna throw out another line that he said on the album. He said Meg not gonna tell the truth because she know I'll be up in my hotel like chilling and shit. That what he said.
Hold on, what?
He said Megan won't tell the truth because she'll know I'll be up in my hotel chilling. Basically saying like she know what time it is. But at the end of the day, it's his word versus her word, and you got two witnesses in the car and nobody's saying shit. It's funny. It's funny in the light, man. It's funny in the light. It's funny in the light. How can your best friend we talking about a woman that's always there by your side on the red carpets, whole step of the way. We see her in your music videos. Y'all always on together. This shit happened. Now y'all unfriend each other. Y'all haven't spoke on nothing.
Y'all don't even speak on each other.
She went to jail. That's another thing. She went to jail too. She ain't trying to go to jail. So that night she went to jail. She easily could have said this nigga did that shit. 3 of them went to jail. She was the only one who went to the hospital. These are not my words. This is what she said on her Instagram Live. Like, hold up now. That's like you going to jail in that same situation. Why am I going to jail? She the one shot my nigga. That's easy for you to say. That's easy for you to say. Why are you going to jail? Why is Mo going to jail in that situation? If you know you didn't do that shit, or you know that she shot me.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I'm going to jail with this motherfucker. I ain't shooting. He shot him. She shot my nigga.
All of this like fake street code shit that was implemented in this shit, it really pissed me off, man. Like I've been saying this shit since all right, so this nigga shot you, but you don't want to comply. Like this wasn't a drug deal. This wasn't a.
Yeah, but she said she said the reason why she didn't comply.
I mean, like we both said, that's easy to tug at everybody's emotions like that, given the time that we in right now. But I've seen plenty of women go against that shit and be like, no, fuck that nigga, he going to jail.
That's what Tory said. Tory said if you felt like I put you in danger, you would have told the cops.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not raising my daughter to like, I look at all this shit and I'm like, a lot of shit not making sense to me, man, and it irked my nerves, man. And
it's like a bad power episode,
I'm gonna touch back on like the monetization of like dead black people, because it's like this shit is nasty, man. Like I think it was a company even here, that was selling like Drew, did you hear about that? It was like a company here that's owned by this Asian woman and this white dude. Like they were selling like jewelry pieces like named after like certain victims like Isaiah, and it's just like when I feel like people of outside races, when they see us doing goofy shit like that, it kind of like make them see, well, if they doing it, like we can do it too. And it's like I just don't understand this shit. Like when George Floyd first passed, you had like all of these like prominent streetwear brands, like they collab for a t-shirt with his initial on it. You had like Fear God, all these other brands. I'm not just highlighting Fear God. I'm just saying they were part of the project. And it's like at the end of the day, y'all still monetize off this man's being dead. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all sold this shirt. This shirt was like $100. People who really wanted to support this man, they were able to buy this shirt because, we in a different time now. Niggas using bots to buy all of these memorial t-shirts and they upcharging these shits. So now we got black death in the streetwear market, on a resale. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm going at with this? It's just like, I just don't understand, like, then, all these companies, streetwear brands included, all these corporate companies making all of these outlandish promises of, more inclusion. And, where's the results of that? Like, we just got, Wells Fargo being outed for, admitting to not, looking for qualified black people. So it's like, all of this shit just goes back to niggas laughing at us, bruh. Like I really do feel like people be behind these little meetings and this shit, and we can just make these empty promises, and as long as we keep making these empty promises, shit, cool.
Do you feel like Tory was monetizing off a black woman's pain with this album?
No, I agree with you. What you're saying, as far as like, this is his original art form. Like, like. I'm not comparing him to any of these people at all. But when Pac got out, he dealt with his sexual assault case when he felt like he was innocent. He spoke about this on Machiavelli as well. So I can't really I'm not going to.
And he was convicted.
And he was actually convicted. Mm-hmm. He was wrong. He felt he was very wrongfully convicted. He spoke out.
No DNA match.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like, and you can actually look at this case and see that he was wrongfully convicted.
Mike Tyson.
And this man, Mike, he and Tupac went into jail at the height of his career. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
fortunate for him, he was still able to sell while he was locked up.
I'm not. I just can't. I'm not saying that he's trying to monetize up this black woman's pain, because at the end of the day, that's his original art form. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Me personally, I've never listened to Tory Lanez, so I'm not just going to listen to him for the sake, of being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I do get it. I'm not gonna hold him to the fire for that. Yeah. My only thing is hold him to the fire for if he actually shot this woman, and what he felt like was right, because that's just not right at all. Like,
did. Let me ask you this though: when it first came out and everything started coming out, did you really feel like he did it, especially like after her Instagram video?
Yeah.
You really felt like that? Okay.
Yeah. I'm not even going, I have no reason.
I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but I'm just saying, yeah.
Like you said, like the town that we in right now, and it's just like,
And he was quiet.
He quiet. The friend been quiet. The only person who had kind of spoke out subliminally, I remember like his security guard put out something, and that shit was immediately deleted.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing about his security guard. But let me ask you this though. So, even with him being quiet, right? So how we talk about like how what Meg was saying on her Instagram Live could have hurt her in court. Mm-hmm. Don't you feel like a lawyer probably was telling Tory at the time, like, it's best for you to just be quiet in the situation, even if even in most cases,
even if he was
innocent.
I agree.
I know a lot of situations where somebody's innocent, but the lawyer's still telling them like, yo, just don't say shit.
Yeah, there's nothing to talk about.
So I'm looking at it from, and not saying you. People are mad at the fact now that he's speaking out on it. And I'm like, can you really be mad at when a person chooses to speak out? I mean, and this even with the situation, when you listen to the album, it's nothing I felt like can be used against him, honestly. Whether the cops are still investigating the situation, because even remember 2 weeks after, like DA was saying, remember there's an article that came out that said DA's finding a hard time to really pin a charge on him with this whole case.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm just like, okay, like here we are, months removed. We're a month after that initial article, and he's still not charged. It gotta raise some questions. And like I'm saying, it's a lot. I see a lot of women like really kind of turning their heel on the situation. Not saying like, oh, Meg lying or anything like that, but it's like, okay,
what really happened?
What really happened? Like, I can't fully say that. Agree with you, Meg. I can't really say that he really did it. And if people are gonna roll with the narrative on the strength of believing, that could be dangerous going forward. Because if that's the case, then that's how you got to carry it for everybody moving forward. Women say you did something, boom, that's it. He did it.
Yeah.
And that could go for any artist. And that's why I say it. Like I said, a lot of shit is way above me. Way above me. I'm not in the music industry. I don't know. I'm just somebody outside looking and examining it. So when I look at the digital streaming platforms and I see how they moving with certain, I'm like, well, damn, this nigga could really be getting blackballed. And not even convicted of anything? Not even charged or anything? That's how I look at it. Are you a digital streaming platform who just puts out music for entertainment, or are you more deeply involved? That's why I brought up the 6ix9ine situation. Like I said, this is not to defend 6ix9ine. I'm just calling it a spade a spade. Y'all draw the line at him ratting? That's corny. Y'all standing on some street codes now?
Yeah, it'd be a lot of bendable agendas, man. Like, I just don't be getting it, man. People apply this shit to everything. So now all of a sudden, we're not going to pay attention to 6ix9ine because he ratted, but this man basically, first off, he's a Mexican that think he can say nigga. Niggas gave him a pass for that. Secondly, he had this underage shit on his head, and niggas gave him a pass
at the height of his career.
He still was going platinum out the gate, and he had several collabs with Nicki Minaj. We already know her background, but shout out to her, she just had a baby. Then you got, then you just, he disrespect a lot of prominent black artists that came before him. You disrespect people, dead peoples, all kind of shit. But now all of a sudden, he snitched on some people. I just don't understand. It's a lot of bendable principles, man. With a lot of people on a lot of shit.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm just asking. So I use Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? So it's and I understand. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got R. Kelly Essentials playlist, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? You got about 15 in them. I understand he's on a lot of features. You can't just completely take him off everything. Cool. But you have a plethora of playlists that's nothing but his songs. Nothing but his songs. You type in R. Kelly, you go, they have his #1 single, whatever they think is his biggest song, and then under that, you got the playlist. But you can't even put Tory Lanez, a few of his songs under the new rap playlist. Last week when he dropped, who else dropped last week? Somebody else dropped last week. I can't remember who dropped. He's not under you. You literally got to go in and type and search his name to find it. And it's oh, okay, I see how DSPs moving. So y'all picking and choosing now when it comes to certain shit. Y'all picking and choosing. That's what it look like to me.
Hey man, people pick and choose on everything in life, man. This is just,
and at that level, it's kind of nasty.
This is just a glaring. A glaring.
Before a DSP to do that, come on, man. Apple Music, Spotify, come on, man. Y'all put out music. But it could be some more shit that I don't know about, because at the end of the day, they do got to pay a percentage to a label for them to play their music on their platforms. Record label could be hitting them hey, man, don't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's is that shit right at the end of the day?
Nah, it's not.
And if you're going to move like that, are you going to move like that? Go forward for everybody. That's what I'm saying. Especially when you speak about it on the radio. That's why I brought up with that Charlemagne shit. Ironic, right? Guess what I see last night? Charlemagne saying, man, I might have been wrong for giving Tory Donkey of the Day. So everything I'm saying here is warranted. This is yesterday I seen this clip. So it ain't just I'm saying this shit. I've been saying this shit before. Before I even saw that clip yesterday. I've been saying this shit ever since his album dropped. And sure enough, I saw the clip last night. Charlemagne saying, man, I might have been wrong for giving him Donkey of the Day because we really don't know I did it because Meg said it.
It's the thing to do. And like I said, we're gonna keep saying this, but depending, just based off the time that we in right now with everything going on, everybody already on an emotional edge. Mm-hmm. So it's it's easy to tug on those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and like I said, when I first heard it, I'm like, man, this nigga might. Cause we never seen this before. We never seen a nigga drop an album talking about a whole situation. So that's why I was worried. I'm like, man, this nigga might be guilty, man. He might have did that shit. But then I had to sit back and think about it. Damn, nah. Cause I still got the friend right here, and that's just always alarming to me. You know how we talk about certain situations, and we be like, damn, you know what? He might have did this shit, but I still got this over here.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of factors.
I can't ignore that factor right there. That just it's too glaring for me. And to me, in my opinion, I don't think we'll ever find out what the fuck happened, to be honest with you. I think this shit is gonna be left open-ended, dog.
Yeah, they're gonna tuck this one away soon.
No, they are. Because if this nigga goes to court, he got his court date for gun possession on the 12th. If we don't hear nothing about this shit by then what are we doing here? What are we really doing here? And I'm talking about for everybody going. I'm talking about everybody who has a platform who's speaking on this, because that could be lazy journalism. It could be. Because like I said, had this shit been reversed, there's no way anybody is saying fuck Meg. We're not streaming WAP. Why is she dropping this music video when we have a male victim who's been shot in her situation? Tory Lanez come out and say Meg shot her. Ain't nobody believing that shit. Court of public opinion not believing that. We got to hear Meg's side. Nah, we don't believe it. We don't have Ebro on the radio saying, "Oh, I believe Tory. Meg, you're canceled." Charlemagne's not giving Meg Donkey of the Day. We're not having it. We just being real. We not having this shit. But we have the typical double standard. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
With everything that's been presented here, this not even on some like, it's just too much not to be had. How can you not even this case should have been wrapped up 3 days. 3 days after the shit happened. 3 days. The most. Not even a week. It's too much of an alley-oop for the DAs for them to have this shit. It's too much. You have a gun. You have hospital records. Even if you want to drag it out to the month after when she said he did it and you want to use that, at that point, you should already took your ass down to Miami and go pick this man up. This nigga in NYC right now shooting a music video. He's already done shot a music video that he dropped last, Monday? Mm-hmm. He moving out here cool. To me, that don't seem like a nigga who guilty. Moving like that. And on top of how he was speaking on there. Like I said, it's his word versus hers. We don't know. At the end of the day, believe who you want to believe. But just carry the same energy going forward for everybody. Because it could be a case where it's reverse. We praise, a court of public opinion praised Lisa Left Eye for what she did to Andre Rison. She burned this whole man's house down and beat his ass. Granted, some of that shit is warranted because her eye looked like it was messed up too. He put hands on her too.
He came and bailed her out though.
He did?
He bailed her out after all that.
I thought she bailed herself out.
No, he came and got her. He came and got her.
Damn, Andre. But then again, then another thing. I'm glad that you said that. People saying, why you want to get back with a woman who accused you of shooting them? Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Women get back with men for worse. You know what I'm saying? Way worse. Or men be wanting women back for way worse. Saying somebody shot you, yeah, that's messed up. But men get back with women for doing way worse. Sleeping with their best man. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. Andre Rison, I didn't even know that. Andre Rison bailed Lisa Left Eye at the burning your house down?
He went and got her. Because they was together for a little bit after that shit happened.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on. Of course he went. He still loved the girl. I think she loved him. We said that at the beginning of the show. Before we even knew anything about cooperating with the police, before her initial note, we said, damn, like, she might keep quiet because she might love the nigga. I think there's still some feelings there. He said he still want to get back to a place where, dog, the nigga was very vulnerable on the album, dog. The nigga was very vulnerable. He was very detailed about their dealings. He wasn't so much detailed about her and the friend, but him and Meg, he was very detailed about their dealings. They was definitely emotionally involved, deeply. And I do believe that she held that from her friend, their relationship or whatever the case may be. Because that could play into why they're not really talking no more neither. So, I remember when I saw them on Quarantine Radio, that shit didn't really stand out to me. I really thought they was just genuinely cool. You know what I'm saying? But when that shit happens, like, damn, like they really had a full-blown relationship. He didn't say how long, but he definitely said it was enough for him to say that he loved that girl. I say that. Then bringing up the fact that he lost his mother, she lost his mother. They was connected on that level. It's a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. Because he dropped the album when his mom died. The same day his mom died. And he was talking about like how him and her connected through that type of, she lost her mother. He lost her mother. The conversations they was having. It's a lot, man.
I'm gonna leave that alone because I already get scrutinized for being a hotep as it is on the timeline. So
for what?
I'm not even. How I always say, pick your battles, man. Like I just.
You talking about as far as like their relationship?
Just even speaking on this shit. Period. Like whatever I say on here is that's the depths of me speaking on this because.
I feel you.
You know how shit can get.
Well, then I mean, you didn't hear the album neither. Yeah, everything you hear is based off of what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right. So it's just like So let's move on, man. Cause
yeah.
What we on?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next, man. So I mean, even speaking about the Breonna Taylor situation, how you feel about the family getting the $12 million?
I see a lot of people trying to like criticize them for receiving the payment or whatever, and it's like, you do realize that they still want they still want Breonna to get her justice. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, the $12 million. You know, I get it. Like, I would rather, you know, have my family member back, but it's like, you know, what else were they supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you got to ask yourself, what would
You
you
can
do?
want both.
What would you do in that situation? And if you don't know that answer, you can't really say nothing to these people, bro. You really don't, because as far as I know, none of us been in this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To know what we would do in this situation, like, so, like, I'm not. You can want both.
Yeah,
know
you
what
can
I'm
want.
saying?
I feel like when you take the money though, it gives them more reason not to not charge them going forward. You see what I'm saying? I'm speaking on their mental aspect of it.
Right.
Them wanting to charge because it's like, we already paid you. They're not gonna tell you that to your face.
No,
but they're thinking
they're going to show you that. They're going to show you that.
we already paid you. What we gonna charge them for? You're not gonna get your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, that's exactly how they think.
That's how they're looking at
I mean,
it.
that's what they've shown us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, in all actuality, you got to get something out of this shit. I don't want it to sound like, you know, blunt like that, but, you know, I would rather have my family member back, but I got to get something out of this shit, man. Like, we already know it's gonna be a tooth and nail fight to even get justice. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to get something out of this shit, dog. Do y'all see where I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta, you know, I do want my family back. There's nothing, I can't put a price on a loved one's life. You just can't do that. But at the end of the day, my family member will want me to survive out here. You know what I'm saying? Even if they had to be the sacrificial lamb in this situation, like, shit, I would want my people if it was me and I passed, you know what I'm saying, at the hands of, you know, some unjust shit. If my family get paid and there wasn't no justice, like, I would be happy knowing that they good, they secure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't say that these people don't want justice. Like, we not with this family when the doors close and they gotta grieve, you know, on a personal level. Because this is real shit that they still gotta go through every day. This money not gonna fix that shit. The money gonna help them survive, but the money will never, you know, ease that pain. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. I never held families to the fire for, you know, accepting a payment, because at the end of the day, you know, like when Walter Scott passed, like, his family got paid. Like,
Oh, they did?
yeah, they did. They got paid. Like, it was. I don't think it was $12 million, but they got paid. But it was at the end of the day, you know, Walter not coming back. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Dog is in jail, who shot him. But at the end of the day, Walter not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what do we, you know, I'm not going to hold nobody to the fire for that.
I agree with everything you said. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. At the end of the day, you got to make up for something. It's not going to make up for it completely, but you could want both. You see what I'm saying? I did see one nigga said something real nasty talking about, oh, once I pay you some money, I don't want to hear nothing else about it. It's like, no, dog, you
Nah,
tripping.
like, you sound like them.
Exactly.
You sound like them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just because I could get compensation doesn't mean I want justice. I don't want justice. Like, no, nigga. Give me both, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, pay me and I want y'all locked
I
up.
want y'all locked up. Like,
What's wrong with that?
I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a problem, like, when it's us doing this shit. But I guarantee you, like, if it was the other way around, nobody would be like criticizing if it was the other way around. So I can't, you know, I'm not gonna hold nobody to the fire for, you know, accepting no payment, or especially on the behalf of a dead relative. I'll never do that.
Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. But, you know, R.I.P. to Breonna Taylor, still want to see justice. Wasn't they supposed to open this shit back up? They have some new evidence that came to the front that they want to investigate?
I'm not sure about that. I didn't hear nothing about that. But if they do, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? Lock them people up, man.
I mean, you already got the coon running that shit anyway, so I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna try to really get my hopes up with this shit, but dog, what's his name again? Dog from Kentucky?
I forgot bro name.
Yeah, but he
Fuck
also
that
on
nigga though,
shit,
man.
yeah.
Fuck that nigga, man. So, what's next, Mike?
I'm trying to think, man. I feel like I'm missing something before we get into that sports shit. Donald Trump got COVID.
Y'all think he really got that shit?
Yeah. For him to go to the hospital, yeah.
But wait, no. So if that's the case, then shouldn't Biden and them boys be getting tested too? Because they just had
they say he probably affected 100 people.
Did Biden get tested?
Yeah, they tested Biden and his wife, and they both came back negative.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, all right. So what do y'all think? Because I'm in conspiracy mode. I ain't even gonna lie. So in my opinion, I feel like being that the leader of the nation got this, he's already been banking on a vaccine. We're gonna get a vaccine immediately. We're gonna either get a vaccine that's in the late testing stages that he's gonna use and miraculously give,
This nigga said they'll have vaccine in about 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Full of shit, man.
He said this before he got sick. He said this before he got sick.
He's full of shit. He been saying that. He's saying nigga said summertime come, it's gonna just go away. It's gonna be the heat is gonna.
This nigga said if we stop testing people, then the numbers won't matter. What the fuck do that even mean?
No, he said the numbers will go down.
Yeah, the numbers will go down.
We're doing too much
CDC
testing.
and all these people done said that their vaccine won't be available until about April of next year.
But you gotta think he already done pulled funding from the CDC. He done made it to where the CDC can't put any numbers out and shit now. But all of a sudden he gets this shit. He was already hinting at getting a vaccine, and now all of a sudden you got this shit. I just saw this morning what he got special clearance to take some medicine, some type of special medicine now that's supposed to boost his chances of a speedy recovery. Like all the signs is pointing towards some bullshit ass vaccine coming out. Like if you notice, like I went and took a COVID test last week. Mm-hmm. Now since this shit's happened now, I've been trying to get tested at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. Like I try to take like a free one or I'll pay for one. Mm-hmm. Now I've taken maybe 4 or 5 tests. Never in my life when I've been getting these tests there's been a question about vaccine vaccine, what do you call it, like testing and shit like that, or like trials for vaccines. I've never seen this shit. Now I've been filling out these waivers and all of a sudden it's like, are you sure you don't want to be first for these vaccines? Hell no, I don't want to take this shit at all. You know what I'm saying? If I'm good, I'm good. Now, if I do, unfortunately catch this shit, I'll take the proper steps in quarantining and shit like that. I'll do all of that. But I don't trust all of a sudden this nigga gets this shit and we're gonna have this, a vaccine, when the CDC basically saying like a decent timeline for this shit is out next year. So how all of a sudden this shit changed to 2 weeks?
They told us we would have been dealing with this until next year fall.
Exactly.
They said the vaccine won't be here until next year spring. So I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
So that's what I'm saying. So if we still gonna be dealing, and I saw people saying we're gonna be dealing with this shit till 2022. So like it's a lot of inconsistencies here.
Shit, economic wise, we won't be back right till 2023, 24.
And I agree with that. Like this shit set a lot of shit back. So like I'm saying, like how all of a sudden this nigga catches this shit and now we looking at a 2-week timetable for a vaccine. Something don't look right with that. That's just my opinion.
Nah, you're right. So what did you think about the
debate?
Yeah.
The debate was hilarious. I'll say that.
It was a shit show, man.
It was a shit show.
Yeah, that shit is like this country is a joke, man.
Me and my grandpa was watching this shit, and there was certain points, like, because we was at the kitchen table, like, we was watching this shit, and, like, at certain points, we would just look at each other like, like, are you serious? Like,
both of them, from both parties.
From both parties. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I just don't understand. Like, they asked Biden, like, how do you feel about, not the organization Black Lives Matter, but just, systemic racism and, how people of color are treated. Mm-hmm. This nigga says, well, what about the police? We need more law enforcement and shit. And I'm like, man, fuck this dude too. Like, what he talking about, bro? And I don't agree with Trump on a lot of on a plethora of shit. But I feel like his whole point in the debate was like, well, shit, you want to tell me I ain't shit, but you ain't shit neither. Like, that's what I felt he was trying to highlight. He was like, bro, like, you pointing fingers at me, but you forgetting you got fingers pointing back at yourself. Like, he's like, bro, like, you can't talk about me, but you, like, it's the same shit with you too. You just, if anything, you covert with yours. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't get it, man. I don't understand, like, how we end up with this. You know what I'm saying? But
celebrity and money, man.
It is what it
Celebrity
is.
power and money, man. Celebrity power and money. Donald Trump was a celeb, man. He wasn't nobody who was no politician, and that just goes to show that anybody can become president now. Anybody. We took a bad turn after Obama became president because he was the first black person. We thought it was going to be a positive, and then Trump turned around and became president. It's just like, but I honestly think that based off history, like if you pay attention to the stock market, like during previous presidencies, like if it's booming, usually whoever's there is staying. But being that this shit is going left, he might be out of there. Based off of just that point alone, anything can happen. But yeah, man, it's just it's nasty.
What's going left on the stock market? Just the oil or what?
No, just everything in general. Like everything's been like trending. So they have this thing called my boy was telling me about it yesterday. I can't remember exactly. But even when I be checking my shit on Robinhood, like ain't really been skyrocketing like how it does with previous presidencies. Like when it's around election time, like dog, we less than a month away.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
We are a month away exactly.
Yeah, the stock market ain't really in a good place right now, to be honest with you. But for it to be where it's at, and we got an election coming up, yeah. I honestly think Joe's gonna smoke him. I honestly believe that. I don't think this is a prediction. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be close.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be close. To be honest, because I see some Republicans not even fucking with Trump. You see what I'm saying? I think that's how bad it's getting. Like him saying all this shit now about we need another stimulus all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden you saying this shit. He had a plan and rolled out to put $500 billion into the black community. He's not doing that shit, man. At all. Y'all niggas can believe that shit all you want. He's not giving us Nathan. Now all of a sudden you want to put $500 billion into the black community? Okay. Now you want to give us another stimulus?
In my opinion, $500 billion is still not enough, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's just to be put. We ain't talking about reparations. That's just some separate shit.
I did see where California was the first state to open up to where they study the possibility of reparations. So, you know, California is always progressive with everything, but you know, I do see that I did read that somewhere where they was the first to open up the books to study it. But in my opinion, I don't feel like it should need to be studied. I mean, everything self-evident, honestly. Y'all paid everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Cut that check for the brown, for the black. You know what I'm saying?
Umar said put him head all reparations talk to make sure there's no cooning going on.
Facts. my dog Umar should have moderated that.
That one Bob Johnson proposed was super trash.
Now that I really look at it, shit was trash. Then he said, didn't Bob Johnson say some out of pocket shit this week? He was like, what Bob Johnson say?
They only want to give us every black person $350K. Like, what is that really going to do at the end of the day? We need shit. We can't really get caught up in the money aspect. We gotta get some shit that really holds value to be left for our kids and our grandkids. Shit that's gonna accumulate over time. It just can't be flat out money. It just can't be money. It can't be.
Yeah, we need like
land, businesses, whatever the case may be. So a stream of income that is going to be secure for us and rest of generations to come.
I didn't look at this interview, but I saw it was a tweet saying how it was an interview with Ice Cube. He was basically speaking out against reparations and cash payments. But I need to really watch this shit before I can really, you know, give a thorough take on that. But yeah, we need to be paid. This shit need to be made right. So.
I'm not gonna hold my hopes out on it, but I definitely have an idea what we should be getting for sure. For sure. But they would never do it.
What are you thinking?
Well, land for one, some type of ties like within oil, or maybe a certain type of business that is known to accumulate money steadily over a period of time. Right. Certain inventions that we definitely had hands on.
Yeah.
Traffic light, all type of shit.
A lot of shit.
A lot of shit that we should have some type of percentage. It's all gonna boil down to percentage for me when it comes to shit. I'm not against a cash payout. Of course, we can get that, but we should have a percentage in certain shit.
No, you right. I agree. When you bring up the
because they know that's a true value. It's easy to give niggas some bread.
Yeah.
Niggas can fuck some money up.
You right. It's when you brought up the whole invention thing, knowing that we did invent a lot of shit that's being used today, probably in this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you came solely from a black mind. You know that was somehow probably stolen, or
And there's a white family right now living off that shit.
Yeah, all their kids have been secured and sent through school, and they got everything is secure.
Fam, it's a sense of security for me.
Yeah.
Don't give me $350,000. Don't give me $1 million. Don't give me $5 million. Don't give me $10 million. You said I'm being real here. Don't give me $10 million. Because at the end of the day, niggas could easily fuck up that bread. Everybody don't have the mind to take that money and flip it. You see what I'm saying? Like, have a sense of security. You see what I'm saying? That because if you give a black person a one-time payment of a large sum of money, where's the reoccurring theme here of it doubling, tripling? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Give us the shit that really holds value, that hey, they're going to be getting some money over time with this shit. It might not be $1 million every year. But think about if it's something that accumulates, let's say, I'm just throwing numbers out here, $300,000 every 6 months. $500,000 every year. $250,000 every 3 months, 6 months. That's more than the $10 million you're going to give me in my lifetime. If I know I could get something that's going to accumulate $250,000, $500K every 6 months or every year for a lifetime, my kids is good. My kids' is good. I'm straight. Generations to come are good. Don't give me no one-time payout. That shit that Bob Johnson was slapping in the face. $350,000, nigga, what is that going to do? No, give me something that says you're gonna give me $350,000, then my kids are gonna get any seed that comes from a black person is gonna receive $350,000. I'm cool with that. It could be more, but I'm cool with that at least.
Right.
Just not no one-time payout of $300. Are you serious? What is that gonna do? That ain't shit. And niggas can't be comfortable with that. You can't get caught up in the mindset. Oh, I never had $350,000. Okay, and. What does that mean?
You ain't never had your family set for life neither. So
exactly. That $350,000 ain't gonna carry you for how long you think it is. But yeah, man, that's all I got on that shit, man. So we get on this sports shit, man.
The NBA Finals.
We didn't have a chance to talk about it, man, because we had missed a show last week. Your Celtics got bounced.
Yeah, we out of here, man. In my opinion, man, we got to make a change. I see Danny Ainge was coming out and he was saying, that Kemba never really was recovered from his injury.
Brother.
I mean, if I'm not going to speak against it because it's Danny Ainge. Yeah. Now, if it was Kemba or somebody, if Danny Ainge put his name behind that, then I'm not going. I ain't going. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say, and this not because it's my team, but Danny Ainge.
He had good playoff games too. So
he did, but at the same time, Danny Ainge ain't had to put his name behind that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Convenient. It sounds convenient.
It do sound, but at the same time, when has Danny ever backed up a player being hurt?
No, I'm not saying that.
You know what I'm saying?
So what is he saying? Is he gonna move him? Like, what's the case? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I guess he probably want him to,
need to move Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, no, we do need to move Gordon Hayward. I saw it was a rumor saying how we could possibly be getting Victor Oladipo. Victor say, he wants to be.
That. I feel like he'd be a better fit for Miami, though. I feel like with that though, that's more of a coaching thing. I don't think Brad Stevens can. I just don't see him working with 3 scorers on the team at one time. I haven't seen it work, and I think that's due to him. I'm not saying that he's not a good X and O's guy. He's a great X and O's guy. But I mean, feel like you 0-3 in Eastern Conference Finals with 3 premier point guards for a reason.
Yeah,
something needs to be said. You was there with Isaiah Thomas when he was an MVP candidate. You lost. You didn't get there with Kyrie Irving, but you lost in the second round with Kyrie. Then you back again with Kemba Walker. It's kind of like the same thing. I know it's one round removed, but it's the same. It's the same scenario. You was there, lost the second round. You got there again. So what's the problem? You had 3 different point guards, and it's all the same results. You haven't been to the finals. Maybe you don't need 3 premier scorers on your team. Maybe you just need to get a premier big man. Maybe get Giannis in there.
That's what I feel like. I feel like we need a big man because even watching the finals now, and even watching when we played Miami it's a clear drop off. Like when we don't got and don't get me wrong, I love Daniel Tice. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot for us. He do what a lot of players on the team not going to do. Him and Marcus Smart. but it's a clear advantage when we play somebody who has. Because I wouldn't even put Bam as an elite big man. He's getting there. Mm-hmm. So like when we play like a Bam or we play like a Giannis or we play like a, even if we would have played AD, it would have been a clear cut, difference in big man play. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when we, because even, I talk about Robert Williams a lot, but Robert Williams didn't even get the burn that I feel he should have got so he can really impact games. So it's like, and then even that, he's on the other side of the ball. He's not a good scorer. So, like, I mean, I don't know who we could get out there to fix that, but we got to, I feel like that's what's holding us back. That, and I honestly feel like, like you said, we need to move on from Gordon Hayward, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that shit was ever going to work just based off how he came in. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. This is where I'm at with that. I'm gonna always have high hopes for us, but they are things that we need to change. You know what I'm saying? Like with us getting there ain't enough. We need to get over the hump. We've shown we can get there, but what the fuck happens when we get there? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. As far as this finals goes, sorry, Drew, this shit looking like a wash, man. It's unfortunate. Injuries happen, but yeah, this shit was looking. Y'all came out the gate strong, and then y'all just let the wheels roll out. I don't know what the fuck happened in that timeout for them niggas to go on a 75 to 30 something run for the rest of the game.
I just feel like
people was up 23-10, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on?
I just feel like throughout the playoffs, Frank and them boys, whenever they make an adjustment, the shit turn the tables almost immediately. You know what I'm saying? So whatever adjustment was made in that timeout, that wasn't even a whole game. So it's like, I don't know. And another thing, man, like y'all, I hate to say it, but y'all just too small. They got too much big bodies, man.
Yeah, that JaVale, Dwight, and AD shit is killing them on the boards.
That rotation is too much, man.
Yeah.
That's
zone ain't working either.
Yeah, that's too much, man. Because now you got Rajon shooting threes now,
and
he making them shit on a consistent basis. Marcus Morris gonna give you his 3 to 4 threes a game. Caruso, niggas say what they say about Caruso, but he gonna shoot his. And it's almost like Danny Green was brought there to shoot threes, and it don't even matter if he hit threes or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well, for one, I'm just happy. We did our thing in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I mean, y'all wasn't expected to get to the finals, man. Y'all had a great year.
Not at all. To say that this is over, I'm not going to write us off. I never will.
Respect.
It's not looking good. I definitely can say, just not even saying like Lakers is a better team. We just cannot match up against them.
Yeah, and Dragic and Bam out again tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bam not playing for sure?
That's what they saying.
That's tough.
It could be a game time decision, maybe.
That's tough.
I know Bam want to play, but he got to really be cautious of his because he got a really bright future. So I wouldn't want him to.
He could get some money too.
He can really definitely get some money because, like I said, like
I still feel like Jimmy is the guy, but I don't feel like he's like the premier superstar. I still feel like that. Like he's done a great job with it. Don't get me wrong, but I still think like everybody needs somebody next to them on their level to get the shit done at the end of the day. I never felt like it was an indictment on a player that has some. Everybody, you're not just gonna carry a team and just win a championship. We never seen it. You know what I'm saying? As just being the only guy on the team to do it. So I feel like they could get somebody else and rather be honest. I think Victor Oladipo would be a good fit in Miami.
Yeah, I still think Giannis might come. I still think that.
So y'all for sure think Giannis is out of Milwaukee for sure?
For sure. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a nigga came out and said, we both want the same thing. When a nigga say that, they go in their separate ways. That was it for me. All this shit about I want to retire in Milwaukee.
Nah,
we
right.
talked about winning, but we both want the same things. Oh, we want the same things, huh? You're out of there.
Yeah, and I know they were talking about they'll spend all the money if they have to get the pieces that they need for Giannis or whatever. But I think that's cap. You saw the same thing in Cleveland. The first go around with LeBron, they tried to bring in key pieces when they brought Ben Wallace on the way out.
Yeah, I'm worried about that Shaq on the way out.
Yeah,
dog.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
come on, man.
Don't do that to that man. Let that man walk.
I mean, I ain't mad at it. If you want to stay, I respect it. Just bring the pieces in roll with these niggas.
They're basically bringing pieces in for Chris Middleton.
Yeah. They talking about doing some trades possibility, whatever the case may be. But I feel like in the heart of heart that he going. But it's gonna be an interesting NBA season next year. Of course, you got Kyrie and KD. They spoke out. Kyrie, of course, was trending again for some bullshit. As every time this nigga talk, like it's always something that got to get tied in with this man.
All right, so let's get into that because I watched it live. He ain't even speak on Braun. I don't feel like
this nigga page private.
Yeah, his page. I mean, I follow him, so I don't think
I tried to go and look in the nigga page private.
For real?
Yes, 13.8 million followers. This nigga page private.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But
right?
When I watched it, it was like he just basically talking about basketball. He was talking about like he did speak on people like taking his words out of context, and I do agree with that. But I don't get like this whole thing that the media does and try to pit Kyrie and LeBron together and then against each other, and
all he said because he feel like he can look at KD as another scorer that can score the ball at the end of the game. Like it's not a shot at LeBron. I mean, honestly,
it had nothing to do with LeBron.
Is the nigga lying, bro? Is the nigga lying in what he said?
As far as what?
Like he could look to him to also score at the end of the game, make a shot. Like LeBron's forte is not known to be making the shot. He makes the right play. That's what makes him great. Like just because somebody is not looked to make the shot at the end of the game doesn't take away from their greatness. That's what I think Kyrie was saying. Kyrie is not always going to make the quote unquote right play at the end of the game. No, he's going to shoot that bitch. And he look at KD as another person that, oh shit, he could be another person I get the ball to make the shot. It's not a shot at LeBron. That's not LeBron's forte. Has LeBron done it? Yeah, but his main thing is to make the right play at the end of the game.
I don't think that was, and that's another thing, man.
Shit is corny, bro.
It's also been a thing. These two men have already reconciled. Like whatever problem they had, if it was a problem, they've already spoke on that. So it's really lazy how these basketball writers try to put these two men against each other, man. And it's like, for all of this, it's like, is this disrespectful to Kyrie, man? Because now it's like y'all make him look like this weirdo, and like this man didn't say nothing about LeBron.
This nigga can't speak about basketball freely without about that thought creeping up in his. Oh, he gotta be talking about LeBron. Like, no. That man ain't got no beef with that man, dog. Honestly, in my opinion.
It's weird.
People really think that he's jealous of him. Like Shannon Sharp said on Undisputed, he's jealous of him.
It's weird at this point. Like it's really weird.
What does he have a reason to be jealous of?
What is he jealous about? They want to ring together.
Exactly.
They want to ring together. Like, we all watched how they worked together.
When he left, did LeBron win a ring in Cleveland? No, he didn't. He did not. Did he have rings before Kyrie? Yes, he sure did. He had two of them bitches. But they won that bitch together.
They also try to say this to discredit Kyrie. It was like, well, Kyrie also didn't lead a team to the playoffs before LeBron. True that.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. He did lead them to 2 draft picks, 2 lottery picks. That's a fact. But at the same time, this doesn't take away from what he did when he got to that point.
Well, let's be real, my nigga. Like also, they gutted the team too. When
LeBron
came,
they gutted the team.
When LeBron came, you went and got Kevin Love. You see what I'm saying? You did some trades to get that moving. You brought in J.R. Smith. You brought in some other guys. Who did Kyrie have on that team before LeBron really came back? They didn't have none of them same guys.
He had
Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett. I don't even think did Bennett even play?
Yeah, he played.
No, but it was before that. He had the Gibson dude. He was a straight little power forward. It was I think Verjao was still there.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like I think didn't he have Deion Waiters?
I'm about to look at the roster right now.
Like I'm not gonna hold Kyrie to the fire for not making the playoffs, but it's like to use that as your only, like it's like you'll try to say that he's trash, just like
Omar Caspi, Alonzo G, Daniel Gibson, Luke Herringody, Manny Harris, Ryan Hollins, Lester Hudson, Kyrie Irving, Antoine Jameson, DJ Kennedy, Anthony Parker, Samarjo Samuels, Ramon Sessions, Donald Sloan, Michael Thompson, Tristan Thompson, Ben Uzo, Anderson Varejao, Luke Walton.
And I remember they tried to make Anthony Parker out to be something because that was Candace Parker brother. Like, no, nigga. Man, it's not like that.
He was supposed to be the sniper. He was supposed to be the sniper when LeBron was there, remember?
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. You're not winning shit with Ryan Hollins as your starting center.
Nope.
That's just what it is. So like I'm not going. You know, I never really bought into this whole narrative of Kyrie, you know, just being, you know, such a cancer or not being who he is just because, you know, he didn't make the playoffs before LeBron got there. That's just, I can't do that. I just can't do that because AD was straddling the lines of not making the playoffs, but AD was also an elite big man.
Everybody has their time. Man.
Everybody
That's all
got
I
their
say.
time, bro. Like,
Everybody got their time, dog. Like
so AD. So what? So now what?
Exactly.
So did LeBron make AD? Now
bro,
all of a sudden,
AD and Shaq,
AD was AD before he played with LeBron.
Exactly. AD and Shaq damn near got the same career path. If we being honest, it's close. Like before Shaq got to LA, he was in Orlando. He had a couple of playoff series wins, but he never. The only difference was Shaq got to the finals.
Yeah, Shaq got the
He got
finals
swept.
even,
He got swept
yeah.
in the finals, but he didn't win until he got to LA. Like AD, he swept the Portland Trail Blazers. Like he got to the second round of the playoffs. He was still. There's no difference. There's no drop off between AD now and AD in New Orleans. They winning. That's it. That's the only difference now. They winning. He's winning now. There's no drop off. So like you said, are you gonna say the same thing for him?
I can't. And niggas know, y'all know me, Kyrie my mans, y'all know LeBron my mans, and I just never got this whole narrative of trying to put these two against each other, especially when they've spoken to each other as men on their own. You know what I'm saying? If both of them have said, we good. Mm-hmm. So like this whole like reach to try to continue to put them against each other, it's just it's a poor reach at a story at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I'm excited to see what Kyrie does when he get back. I'm excited to see what KD does when he get back. And, you know, the NBA going to be, you know, something to see next year. That's just where I'm at with that. Like, I'm not, this whole trying to put these niggas against, it's corny,
It's
bro.
going to be more. It's going to be more.
It is.
This is the beginning.
Oh, yeah, because,
Wait till next year.
Yeah, next season's going to be, is Kyrie trying to get to the finals to face LeBron?
Oh, no.
Well,
Wait.
well, first, both these teams got to get through the playoffs first. You know what I'm saying?
Mo, I'm going to tell you right now, please remember this clip. When next season roll around and there's a stretch of games where the Nets is losing, it's going to be, Kyrie, once again, ... He did it with LeBron, now he doing it KD. Oh, they're not going to get to the finals. Oh, they're going to be... the chemistry ain't going to work. See, Skip, I try to tell you, he was jealous. He never... That's what it's going to be. I'm telling you. Let them have a stretch. And it's normal for teams to have a stretch of games. I don't give a fuck how great you are.
The
You see what I'm
Lakers
saying?
did this year.
You're going to have a stretch of games where you're going to lose.
The Lakers did.
Now,
Look at them.
Let them lose in the playoffs next year. It's going to be 10 times worse.
Who, the Nets?
What? It's going to be 10 times worse.
Somebody got to win. Somebody got to win.
Yeah.
And it ain't.
It's not an indictment. I think a lot of people really put too much. I think because of I think the Warriors spoiled a lot of losing takes.
They did.
They spoiled a lot of losing takes, man. Like somebody got to win, bro. It's not an indictment to lose. Like somebody got to lose, dog. Like I don't kill it. It's how you go out. And if you get beat down, sometimes you get beat down. Mike got beat down at one point in time in his career. It happens. Magic Johnson, he got beat down at some point in his career. Larry Bird, it happens to everybody.
You gotta bend the knee sometimes, bro. You're not gonna be the king of the hill for you forever, bro.
No.
Like, so
Hell no.
It happens, man. It does happen. I do feel like, I mean, people have told me this is a hot take, but I feel like Steph and Clay coming to kill niggas next year. Now, take that how you want to take that. I'm not saying they're going to win a ring. Mm-hmm. I am saying they coming with a chip on their shoulder. They've seen the talks.
And there's been a lot of talks.
It's been a lot of talks. They seen niggas talk about their coach. They seen niggas talking about them. They seen niggas saying how, you know, they a lottery team now. Was y'all forgot about these two all of a sudden? Y'all forgot about the 73 wins? Y'all forgot about that? Y'all forgot about how niggas basically kind of changed this shit? You know how niggas even play at an AAU level now? Y'all forgot about all this shit? Like Clay and Steph coming to kill niggas next year, man. I really feel that in my heart. Like I really do feel like that. I'm not saying they are front runner for a ring because you know LA's still there. You know you still got teams in the West who they gonna come back. Like the East gonna be more even keeled next year. But I do feel like they coming to collect heads.
Yeah, they'll be back stronger than ever. They'll be back strong. It's gonna be more competitive in the West next year. Like overall NBA period, East, West, it's all gonna be there. The Nuggets gonna be there again. You see what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a lot of great teams.
You still Jamal done learned some shit now.
Doc Rivers in Philly, I don't think he's gonna do shit. The Clippers is done. Like this was a really surprising playoffs, but what's surprising in 2020?
Very, very revealing.
What's surprising in 2020, man? At the end of the day, just to see Doc go out the Clippers the way that he did is just like, I don't think he's gonna do shit in Philly. I mean, his MO is his MO. I don't think shit gonna change.
Where do you think D'Antoni ends up if he gets a job?
Have no idea. Honestly, don't know. I couldn't tell you. Honestly, don't know. Maybe New Orleans Pelicans, maybe. Indiana, but Victor Oladipo's not going to be there, so I don't know.
I hope he don't go to New Orleans. I hope he don't. Zion don't need that.
He might need to burn off some calories. D'Antoni sure have his ass running up and down that floor, I tell you that. I was talking to Lloyd. He was telling me he wouldn't be against it.
D'Antoni in New Orleans?
Yeah, he said he wouldn't be. He said his system works. It's never been product of a championship. It's never produced a championship. It can work. I can see Lonzo running.
Has D'Antoni ever got to Western Conference Finals?
Yeah, he's been to 3 of them.
All right.
Yeah,
No, you're right. I'm just saying, man.
He's been to like 2. He's been to 2 with Houston and I think 2 with Phoenix or 1 with Phoenix. Was he there 2010 as a head coach, or was that somebody else? When they played the Lakers. Because it might be 5 conference finals he's been to. I know he was there when the Suns played the Spurs in 05 and they lost.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm interested to see what Billy Donovan do with the Bulls. We got him as a head coach.
Yeah, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I got to see it.
Could have did better?
I'm 50-50 split. I'm not hyped. I'm not disappointed.
Right.
I just want to see the shit get done. See a lot of people vouching for him, so the players seem excited. Levine, they had a live stream of Levine when he was playing Call of Duty or some shit, and he was like, oh shit, we just got Billy Donovan. He was hyped. So if the players buy in, then we'll see if this transition to the floor.
As long as this translates to Kobe White seeing the floor more, I'm with it. Because Kobe White should have had way more PT. So that's all I can really say. Like you said, like I don't really know what Billy could do with y'all, but you know, it is what it is at this point.
You saw that top 5 shit that was trending this morning?
Top 5 what?
If you had to remove who you're moving from the top 5, and it
top
had
5
Steph Curry, Kawhi, KD, Braun, Giannis, AD, and Harden. I'm like, man, y'all know niggas gonna say Harden and Giannis, man.
Out of that top 5?
No, name 2 players you kicking out the top 5. So it's 7 of them. You got to name 2 who you kicking out. I'm like, everybody gonna say Giannis and Harden, and it's easy to say Giannis and Harden.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
I'm not kicking them out. I think that's a 5 right there.
The bottom? So you leaving Steph and Kawhi out?
Yeah.
Based off what?
What does I mean? Honestly, you could probably switch out Kawhi and Giannis. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like it's not a shot at Kawhi. Not to be I mean, I didn't automatically say like everybody else was saying Kawhi is the best player in the world when he won a championship. No, I say he's arguably top 5. But
top 5 in the current players?
Yeah,
niggas was want to say if he won this year, he's top 5 all time.
That's what niggas was saying, not me. Niggas was saying that though,
right?
Not me, but based off. I mean, what are we basing this off of? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's what I want to ask.
What real reason do I have to kick out Harden and Giannis if they've been there? What reason am I because they lost in the playoffs?
I mean, but while we kicking out Steph done been there and won and done won accolades on the way to winning. So why we kicking Steph off?
I never had him top 5. I had him like top 2 point guards, but I never had him as a top 5 player. I had him like 6, 7. That's just my opinion. We just talking overall as a player. Like,
honestly, you really can't lose no matter how you do it. But there's certain niggas who need to be in that top 3 for sure, though. Like LeBron, of course. KD, of course. Now after that, I don't know. It can fall how you want it to fall after that. But
AD wasn't really getting nods as being a top 5 player, but everybody know that AD is like
AD up there
for sure. So it's just like, okay, so you got KD, LeBron, AD. Then you got 2 more slots. So it's gonna boil down to Steph, Kawhi, Giannis, Harden. And I was just like yesterday, I'm like, man, y'all niggas. That's why he trending. Harden.
Who Harden?
Yeah, that's why he trending. Because everybody, of course, gonna kick this nigga out. But I get it. It's easy to say them too.
We got any football talk? Hey, did y'all win yesterday? Florida State.
Cam got corona.
Did Florida State?
Yeah, they came back and won, but
I'm
not happy about that shit. Dog, we asked. That's what I'm saying. Like niggas was not getting on me about the Miami game. I'm like, nigga, I predicted that.
Yeah, you did.
I predicted Miami cutting.
That's why I didn't even say nothing to you about that. Now, this was 2015, 2014.
It's different. It's different energy, then.
Different energy. Now, if we'll bust our laughs like that 5 years ago, then.
Yeah, I would have been shitting.
But yeah, my dog Cam got it. I don't know. I saw Mike send some shit to the chat where we looking at trying to acquire Mitch Trubisky, and I'm like, man, pack this shit up, man.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Pack this shit the fuck
Mitchell
up,
Trubisky?
Man. So we not even gonna start Jarrett Stidham. We just gonna go straight for Mitchell Trubisky. That don't even make no sense.
He get benched for Foles.
That don't even make no fucking sense. And he just got benched, and he was supposed to be the man in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Nick Foles is a straight quarterback now. But I'm saying like that was supposed to be your team.
That's a franchise guy. That was supposed to be the franchise guy.
Y'all
picked him 2 overall.
Y'all drafted him to carry y'all on now. So it's like, all of a sudden.
Could have had Deshaun.
Could have had Deshaun. So
I think Deshaun would have been way better in his career, accomplishment-wise, had he been in Chicago.
Facts.
With that defense?
Facts.
Yeah. Because it's like, you look at the Bears, you look at the Bears, and you look at the Texans.
Even if Deshaun didn't have D-Hop, he would have had Allen Robinson. So it's like, he would have
And Tariq Cohen.
And so it's like, he would still been well off, like you say, with that defense who's shown to be way more healthier.
Oh, their issues are reversed. If you look at the Texans and Bears, they need a quarterback. The Bears need a quarterback because they talking about their defense fell off. I'm like, their defense is tired of picking up the fucking slack.
They really tired. Like, they could actually put some points on the board.
You know who the Bears remind me of? They remind me of the Bucks before they won their Super Bowl. Remember when the Bucks had them years, like they was going to the playoffs, and their defense was
killing niggas.
And then they had their times where the defense was just like
we tired.
Getting killed. Like, dog, we tired of carrying this fucking franchise, dog. Like that's who the Bears remind me of.
Yeah,
they just need a quarterback to come in and put this shit together.
What's gonna happen? Y'all never get a quarterback, and then y'all burn Khalil Mack out.
Because if you get rid of Mitchell Trubisky, you got to get rid of the GM because he was the one who went ahead and said this is the guy.
That was his call.
When you could have had Deshaun Watson, I easily think Deshaun Watson at least is in the Super Bowl with the Bears. No bullshit. At least in the Super Bowl.
That defense with Deshaun, they definitely was going to make some noise in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure.
And they trash right now. But I look at their schedule. They got put through they got put through the gauntlet. They came out the gates. Chiefs, Ravens, Steelers. It shit happens like that. The schedule rotates every year. I said, God damn, out the gates?
Not with Mitch Trubisky leading the way.
I'm talking about the Texans.
Oh yeah.
The Texans came out the gate against the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Steelers. I said, God damn. They're not going to the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
We got the Cardinals today.
Chiefs might hang 40 on us.
Y'all play Tuesday, right?
They going to hang. Yeah, it's Monday.
But is it set? Because they said Tuesday.
It's set for Monday. It's set for tomorrow.
Oh, I know why they did that, because the Lakers possibly going to win on Tuesday, so they didn't want to. Yeah.
But yeah, Cam not playing, I ain't got no hopes for us, man. Then they talking about getting Mr. Trubisky. So y'all just say, fuck Jarrett
I think
Stidham.
it'll be a system thing, though. I don't think he'll get no real PT.
But at the same time, it's like, even, I haven't seen no talks of Jarrett starting. So like, y'all just going to overlap this man. This man ain't no bum neither now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is what it is, man. I'd be highly surprised if we win this game. Because I was actually looking forward to this game because niggas telling me, they was just going to whoop our ass. But, if y'all go back and look at history, the Chiefs, we always play the Chiefs good. The Chiefs, it's always a good game when we play them.
Yeah, you're right. I have no reason to debate that. But they look different this year, though. And that running back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that motherfucker is a weapon, dog. Yeah.
He can catch.
Yes, sir.
He can run.
And he looked like he had no drop off since that LSU National Championship game. Like, dog's still in his bag, man.
He's one of the hottest players in the league right now.
Hey, the Saints lost this game, but Alvin Kamara is different, bro. He deserved his bread. That touchdown run that he had was ridiculous, bro.
Yep.
This nigga was bouncing off like Madden 06 when you had the running back who could just do whatever the fuck thing he want to do.
Yep.
This nigga missed like 5 tackles, bro. And it don't even look like he be running with like Alvin Kamara is fast low key, but he don't look like he be running fast. And he don't look like he run with effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like he just be striding, bro.
If you watch Alvin run, he runs to a point where he let plays develop, and then he uses speed to hit certain points.
Bro, he run like a gazelle, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it just looked like he don't really be putting in no effort. Like, it's just like...
Once he hit a stride, he comfortable at, it's like he just gonna...
That's a damn Packers. Y'all can't tackle this nigga? I'm talking about he should have been dead to right tackles. And this nigga just... Boom. Bro, I said, God damn. We got to face that twice a year, so... Yeah. We got to win against the Chargers. I was happy about that.
I'm going to keep it a buck, man. A lot of niggas in y'all fan base being weird right now, man.
What fan base? Oh, the Panthers?
Yeah, y'all.
Come on, man.
A lot of niggas,
I predicted all this, man.
A lot of niggas being too weird right now with this Teddy Bridgewater shit.
Trevor Lawrence.
This man's not.
If
you like,
this man, I just saw a stat the other day. Matter of fact, I just retweeted it because everybody. That was a question with Teddy going into the season. Oh, Teddy can't throw deep. So another thing that stands out here is attempts of 20 yards or more. Wilson 11, Rodgers 23, Goff 5. Bridgewater 8, Dak 12, Mahomes 9, Ryan 18, Allen 13, Jones 6, Newton 6. So it was all this thing about, he's a dip and dunk guy. Like, no. Teddy Bridgewater has been doing his part. We lost the first 2 games of the season to calls. Number 1, that was play calling. You don't never get the ball to a fullback on the 4th and inches. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck if it's Mike Allstott. Then week number 2, we was down 21-0 to the Bucs, and we came back. We could have won that game. And then last week, we did what we needed to do. Defense stepped up. I think it's because we had more defense lapses. We got the Cardinals today, so that'd be a real good test against Kyler Murray and the boys. Yeah, because
Kyler not playing with niggas, man.
Yeah.
Kyler definitely not playing. They got Kenyon
I'm surprised the Lions beat them last week.
Yeah, I thought they was going for sure win that game.
He threw 3 picks, too.
Yeah, he did.
We got a couple of guys coming up from IR. And I always wanted Reggie Bonifant to get more carries, even under McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? And we finally got him some carries last week. Mike Davis, shout out to him. He's been doing his thing. But, yeah, I see the Teddy Bridgewater slander, and I'm noting everything. I got a lot of tweets bookmarked.
It's weird. It's just weird to me because, like, nigga,
what is Trevor Lawrence going to do?
This is week 4, and y'all already talking about tanking for a man.
What is he going to do?
You ain't even seen him play in the league yet.
He's not going to elevate the whole fucking team, my nigga. Like, I'm not a fan of Phil Snow, our defensive coordinator, but I saw some flashes. Jeremy Chin, he's leading all rookie defensive players right now. Like, he's like a hybrid player.
Right.
This motherfucker be safety, linebacker, all type of shit. Like, so he be doing this thing. Eli Apple, I've never been a fan of him as a cornerback, but we need cornerback depth. Dante Jackson, he's doing this thing. Shout out to Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas has been playing decent at corner. He's been doing pretty good. I'm not a fan of our middle linebacker at all. At all. I miss Luke Kuechly so much. Tahir Whitehead is not it, but that's kind of you gotta
deal with what you got.
I gotta charge that to the game. Shaq Thompson, I feel like he'd be a better fit at middle linebacker, but Derek Brown, monster. He was the right pick for a reason. Everybody saying we should got Isaiah Simmons. Well, Isaiah Simmons only got 4 tackles on the season. So, I don't know. You can't even get a linebacker without establishing a line first anyway. I don't care how great you are. Like, Luke Kuechly, for how great he is, like, he's going to get tackles, but you do need a line that's somewhat... He shouldn't have to take on guards and go tackle the running back.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But Derek Brown, he has shown up for sure. He was the right pick. Like, he's really throwing these linemen. We just got to clean up the edge rush a little bit to help him out to get some sacks.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think I shared my Super Bowl picks going into this year, but you know,
I had Chiefs in Dallas.
Being realistic, I got Seattle Chiefs, and I
can see Seattle,
and I got us. But that's just me being a fan. But
people
realistically,
was laughing at the Dallas pick. Eagles fans was laughing at the Dallas pick, and I'm like, hey,
look at Philly now.
Y'all tying with the Bengals? 0-2-1.
All right.
Them boys is ass, bruh. Them boys is ass. But every year, y'all supposed to be the... And don't blame Carson Wentz. I don't want to hear it. Do not blame that man. He got some of his faults, but it ain't all him. Put in Jalen Hurts. Every time y'all do this, y'all want to put in the rookie. So when you throw in Jalen Hurts, and he's not doing what he's supposed to be, then what?
Then what?
Keep Carson Wentz in there. He's a franchise quarterback for a reason, bro. Like, don't throw Jalen Hurts into that bullshit y'all got going on. It's only gonna be worse. We talking about after week 1. The boy been talking about Hurts now.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. I seen it now because I'm like, hold on. You know, this is week 1. Like you know
just
what I'm
paid
saying?
Carson
Like,
Wentz.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas lose week 1s all the time. Like this not this. You know, why are we doing this for Carson Wentz, man? Like why y'all shitting on that
And
man?
they was mad at the Rams game they lost. I'm like, okay, but shout out to Josh Allen though in Buffalo. Dog is doing the damn thing.
No, he a dog.
That's
Allen
gonna be a battle
dog.
for y'all.
No, it is.
Yeah, Josh
is.
Allen doing his thing.
You know that division changed.
What's y'all record? 2-1.
Yeah, we 2-1. We beat the Raiders. We won that first game. We beat
I see Cam throw a pick and y'all they was itching to say that N-word. They was itching to say that N-word up in Boston. That's a different type of racism in Boston now. That shit gonna go back to the 1800s if Cam don't be right. I'm telling you.
y'all crazy.
It's gonna be like that, you know. That shit different. God damn dagger.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
Too busy focused on the wardrobe instead of I see it coming. They itching to go in.
Yeah, man. Drew, what's good with them Colts, man?
2-1.
Xavier Rhodes looking like all pro again, huh?
See that boy had a pick. So he had 2 picks last week.
Who y'all got this week?
We got Bears. 425.
The Bears.
Mm.
Foles though.
Y'all
Foles. If Trubisky, that would have been a wash.
Y'all on the road though.
Yeah.
Oh,
On the
okay.
road.
Soldier Field.
Yep.
All right.
Soldier Field.
Handle your business, man.
Yeah, man. Got to.
I think we'll beat the Cardinals today. I got it 26-18.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Y'all in Arizona?
Nah, they coming to Charlotte.
Oh, okay. That's a winnable game.
I respect Kyler Murray though. I respect the hell out of that motherfucker. It's gonna be D Hop, Larry Fitz still out there doing his thing. But I think we got enough to offensively wise. Shout out to Robbie Anderson too, man. That nigga has been putting on for us. I like that signing initially. Shout out to the Jets for fumbling that one too.
Oh, the Jets fumbling a lot of shit. But
Yeah.
Robbie Anderson is definitely legit. I've been a fan of his.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. The Jets.
Y'all saw they were talking about how Trevor Lawrence probably will stay another year if the Jets get the number 1 pick.
I don't know why, because Sam Darnold is not the problem in New York.
It's
He's not.
At
He's a good quarterback, and you know I give hell to USC quarterbacks, but he's not the problem.
Man, what they played? What that was?
Denver?
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Man,
That touchdown run, you
that
seen
shit was
that?
crazy. Yeah.
I was like,
He
oh
been doing,
shit,
he been
Sam.
doing his thing now.
But they always did say he was low key a real athletic quarterback. I did not expect that from him though. This
Man was-
motherfucker juked.
The nigga was bouncing off niggas and
I
stuff.
said,
Like,
oh,
this nigga went crazy. Just
Yeah,
now.
but he's not the problem in New York. Gase is the problem. And that personnel they got. I don't know why the fuck they let Jamal Adams go. Like, they gotta get some shit
Yeah,
together.
that
You
front
let Robbie Anderson walk. So who's he throwing to? Jamison Crowder's your number 1 receiver? Come on, man. Knock it off.
Yeah, that team, that front office was whack. What else we got football wise? Hey man, we got Clemson next week, man. When them Canes come marching through Clemson, man, just know I got some special bars for all you niggas, man. Especially Dabo, Racist Sweeney, man. Just know, I might get my page locked again, but just know it's coming. That's all I got to say, man. I think them Canes coming to March, man.
You think so?
I think
I
them
honestly think they gonna whoop y'all ass, and that's not even on the hating shit. Like,
No, I mean,
people keep saying, "Oh, you look at Florida State is trash, my nigga." Like, I'm not disrespecting what y'all did there. Y'all supposed to beat the shit, but this Clemson is a different level, my nigga. Like Travis Etienne, that's a bad motherfucker, dog. Just the whole team in general. You know, I don't fuck with Dabo. I'm just speaking. I would love for y'all to beat them. I would love, but I don't.
The team is official. I'm not knocking that. I'm being a super fan right now. I'm Hurricane Moe. So in my opinion, I feel we coming to March. It's going to be a close game. We might win by a field goal. That's where I'm at. I'm waiting on that winning drive with 10 seconds left.
Who's your quarterback name again?
What's dog name, man? He number 5 or number 4? I'm fucking with bro. They thought we had another Tate Martell situation on our hands, but it ain't the case at all, man. You know what I'm saying? We got us a real deal quarterback now. Bruh, senior though, so you know, unfortunately, it's not going to work out much longer.
I'm talking about what's his name? Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey.
Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey used to be the quarterback for Miami. Way
Derek
back.
King.
Derek King. Okay.
This is a Ken Dorsey. I think Ken Dorsey is on their coaching staff. I could be wrong.
No, he is on the coaching staff.
Because he used to be the Panthers quarterback coach.
Wasn't he on y'all team?
No, not as a player. He was as a coach.
Who drafted Ken Dorsey?
The Niners.
All right, yeah, that's who drafted Ken. I could have sworn he played for y'all.
Nah, we never had him as quarterback.
Yeah, he coached 13 to 18 quarterback coach.
But yeah, that's just where I'm at with that, man.
So that's it?
Good, man. I'm calling it. We get spanked, but that's just what I'm
Y'all
calling.
play next week, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Prime time, baby.
I'll
We here.
tune into that. It's in Clemson or Miami?
It's in Clemson.
Oh, okay. Well, you ain't got to worry about the fans, really, so. You ain't got to worry about the Death Valley.
That's what I'm saying. It's different. Yeah, they did. Clemson is a good team now, but this shit different, man.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I just
Shit,
want to
y'all might match up twice if they had the ACC championship game.
Yep. I just want to shake up that top five, man. That's all.
Dog, they still doing like top five, being that there's no interconference games and shit like that. They still doing, because everybody playing just conference games.
I'm not sure.
I saw Florida was ranked like number 3. I said, whoa, Florida ranked that high?
Yeah, because Georgia right after them.
I saw they both won yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Georgia cut that ass last night.
Yeah, and they beat South Carolina. South Carolina's so ass. I seen a play where somebody was not supposed to score in that bitch.
South Carolina played Florida.
Yeah, and I saw a play where a Florida player was not supposed to score in that bitch.
Yeah.
This man lose like 5 tacklers. I'm like, come on, dog. But South Carolina is just always going to be the brunt of disappointment as far as Clemson is going to carry the tie for a long time.
I want South Carolina to be good, though. Like,
Imagine if they had Nick Saban. You know how many championships would be through South Carolina right now? You know how many Gamecock fans there would be if Nick Saban came through South Carolina?
Yeah.
We talking about money revenue on top of that.
Yeah.
Think about that shit. Like if South Carolina was racking up championships like Alabama.
Columbia would be on a different
Woo!
level. Columbia would be on a different level, bro.
All sponsored by Bowtie.
Facts.
By who?
Bowtie.
Because all the championships would bring in so much revenue.
Oh, yeah.
All the top players would be going there. Think about all the players from locally that would be going to South Carolina. Niggas couldn't say, oh, South Carolina don't develop no talent. What you mean? What you mean? And them boy going to USC?
Yeah, man. Shit real, though.
So that's it?
Yeah, man. I'm good. Y'all good? So, like we say every episode, man, if you hear anything, which I'm sure you will, that gets you in your feelings, always remember,
We're just messages.
we out.